Welcome back to King's Campaign 3, A Broken Oath, where we last left off. The group was getting ready to uncover the great Festival of Legacy, but before we get to the fun stuff, we gotta have dramatic stuff.
But you're sponsored by.
Oh, if only I could. But no, instead we were sponsored by the journey that Theron wanted to go on, seeking to get some information on a suspicious individual he's trying to track down in the city of Onedbur. Going to the record holders, they were able to get permission from the guard there, and exerting some very tough authority over the little mole men that keep the records of the city, they were able to search up the name Anna and find 4 possible results. However, this individual might be a shapeshifter to an extent, meaning their descriptions of such an individual are hard to pin down. Eventually, though, Theron was satisfied, kept those documents and that information to himself, as the group realized that they were short one large manly minotaur. Dradius had got himself roped into chasing down a wild pig and uncovering that pig was actually a real person. For it appeared that in one of the temples, the Temple of Life in this great city, there was some sort of curse going around, infecting individuals of the temple, their food, that the group soon found out, and turning them into pig people. The chef, although guilty, was not the true culprit. It was the recipes coming from this book that his wife had claimed. The group, upon further investigation, found out a being known as the Agent of Greed gave this book to this woman, and if she did not use it and create such horrible curses from it, she herself would die. Theron tried his best to get the book away from her, but in too hastily of a movement, the book reacted negatively, exploding the room out of the entire building, slaying the poor woman, and alas, ending in travesty. Although there was guilt that Theron took upon himself, the group was able to clear their names with the town guard, as they were basically completely innocent in all this, just trying to help. They gained some allies from the temple goers, as well as Nathael, the sergeant of the Royal Guard. And after some very intense moments, they decided to rest up at a nearby tavern and recoup from the day. The day itself is soon at hand going to end, as they quickly await the arrival of the Festival of Legacy. And so, in this moment, I ask you guys, are there other things you would like to do, or do you guys think you would just be spending your time, just looming about until the next exciting thing happened?
Well, if somebody didn't just go AFK, I would say at the start of the day, we still have one thing currently on the agenda for the day, which is following Farron's lead that he wanted to. But Farron just went AFK.
Okay.
So, fucking insane.
Hate him.
We're professionals, ladies and gentlemen, I swear.
Yeah. But I guess we'll wait until then.
Yeah, we could say, I guess we could say like Theron's brooding in his room or something like that.
Yeah.
And we're all just kind of socializing down in the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, Warren would be down by the bar, probably just kind of keeping an eye out, see if there's anything mischievous he could get up to. Might be occasionally strumming a little melody for the patrons, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Gradius is having a little too much to drink and is really trying to sing along and is doing it very poorly.
La 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 la.
I like this song. Do it again, Warren.
No way, the driving force is back. So Theron, what are you doing?
What's the plan, Farron?
Yeah, come on, Theron. We're at the bar. We're vibing. We're chilling. I'm playing a song.
Am I here, or am I in yet to come down? Or
You're there. You all arrived here after that room exploded, and you've been taking some downtime as afternoon slowly starts to shift into evening time this day. So.
All right. Generally, I'm, I guess, sort of hopeful. This is the first time Theron has actually kind of got some proper leads since entering the city. So Theron is kind of in two minds at the moment, thinking about the letter that he got passed one day previously, that would be that during that day.
Today, we're on the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same day.
Yeah. So he's still just kind of thinking about that, and that and the leads that he got, kind of running them down in his head, kind of listening to how they would play out if he was to meet that person now.
Okay.
Seeing Theron lost in thought, I'm going to go up behind him, and I'm going to
You
start
brooding bastard.
and I'm going to start pulling down the back of his hood again, just so he gets a bit of sunlight on his face, because he needs to stop being so antisocial with his hood up inside.
He hasn't got his hood up.
Okay, so while his hood's down, I'm going to yank it up
One
and over his head
image.
to cover his eyes. I'm here to be a mischievous little prick, and I'm here to annoy.
What's your name again? I can't remember. Oh yeah.
You annoyed him so much he blocked out your existence from his mind.
Oh, Black Mirror! Oh!
Sounds good.
Alright, you brooding fuck. What's the agenda? What have we got? Like, so, we were talking about, what, 4 people? Where are we going? Which one? Which direction?
Yes, about 4 people. I can't really make it out. Don't know which is which. Which is most likely to be them. Yeah. I mean, they're all around the same age. They all look about right, but... And the unknown species is... No, that's a shot in the dark. And again... Anna liked to play around with her abilities as a changeling. It wouldn't surprise me altogether if she did take on another form that wasn't exactly human.
Well, you see, when I struggle to make a decision, I go through the very rational and reasonable powers of deduction. So, how about you find whichever name fits perfectly with what we were looking for, and then we just start crossing names off one by going and searching. Which one do you think could possibly be the best fit right now? Because if I'm honest, if we're looking for a changeling, the one with no accurate telling of race would be my best guess.
Yes, that's my same thought process.
Well,
Yes.
what's the hold up then?
What did you say?
I said, what's the hold up then? Get your dick out of your hand. Let's get out of here. Let's go look for them. Come on.
You're
You
right.
need, like, yeah, good. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm right. Like, I like hearing that. I was gonna ask if you need like another 5 minutes to brood, but let's do this. Come on.
I should really keep account of the amount of times that you say that.
It's starting to not sound like word anymore.
It is, isn't it?
I don't know. It just sounds very fitting.
Fitting.
Mhm.
How do you mean?
Well, you're not exactly a happy type. Your accent.
I'm very
doesn't-
happy.
I don't know, man. You smiled like 3 times since we've met one another, and you know, you give off the kind of vibe where you would rather just hide under a blanket than actually socialize with people. You seem like the kind of person who spends more time at a party with a dog than actual people.
Oh, I love dogs.
You have a list
Gradius
of
does
these?
like dogs.
Listen,
I'm a
I
saint.
do like dogs, but that's not the point. And look, I don't. I'm not exactly one for parties, so I guess that's not exactly helping my case none. But fair point.
All right.
Listen,
now,
after all this is done, maybe we'll go for a party. But listen, are you happy to head out now, or?
of course. And don't worry about the party later, because every day with me is like a party. It's whether it's a good one or a bad one is to be decided. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go look for these Annas, and we're gonna solve whatever the fuck is just going on in your life. Because you know, character development, growth, redemption. Come on, we got this.
Redemption. Look, let's just stick to the script. Head out. We'll see them, and we'll see if we can deduce anything. Okay.
Sounds good to me. Lyra, you ready?
Almost, sir. And she'll look at you, Farron. I do have one question, if I may.
Go on, Lyra.
The thing. Is it an ally to us?
Theron's sort of half smile of this sort of jokey interaction with Warren kind of fades a little bit. Don't think of it so much as an ally, but a tool, Lyra.
Like a weapon, sir?
Correct. And as long as it's wielded by us, good things will follow.
Now, don't you dare try to make that connection with yourself, young lady, okay? You are a person, not a weapon, okay?
Incorrect, Warren.
Zip
I
it, zip
just
it.
imagine- I just imagine Lyra, like, if she gets to show like any emotion, be like, but why does she get to be a weapon?
Yeah. I want to be the cold, unfeeling one.
Have you trained the thing then, sir?
It is a manifestation of training, I suppose. You could say that. Blood, sweat, and tears went into making it. Days of practice. But also a lot of loss, Lyra.
You remind me a little bit of the captain, sir.
How so?
Is that why I hate him so much?
Is that why I hate you so much?
Is it? Is it?
Did you still wipe my wife, Theron, you fucking bitch?
The viewers must know.
It's simply the way that you interact with the thing, sir, is similar how the captain interacts with me, though you seem to be less active with it, sir.
The word you're looking for is abusive, kid. There's a difference. He can't
Lyra,
abuse a shadow.
It's very hard to explain. And I just want you to know that you are nothing like this.
But the way you explained it, sir, is exactly the same as I am.
How so?
You said it is a tool, a weapon, wielded by us. Those are very similar words that the captain used for me.
Lyra, what I have is no person. It is not a he or she. It is an it. It doesn't have a soul. It is nothing. You're different than that. You're a soldier, but you're also yourself. This thing is... it's nothing. Now, I appreciate your concern, but I really don't care for talking about it right now.
Of course,
Just
sir.
know that you are different. Alright?
Disagree,
Listen
sir.
to Warren.
Let us...
Believe it or not, he is your best interest at mind.
Understood. I'm ready to follow the objective.
Of course. Anyway, where was it that this unknown species was spotted again?
Let's check your fucking notepad, King. Let me pickpocket him and read the bit of paper.
Well, I'm reading it right now. I'm reading it off Lyra's, or the thing that Hawkspire actually put in the D&D chat. So
I was gonna say, the minute you asked where was this, I'm like, that's key for he didn't write it down. So
yeah, no, Tua. It's Tua. I'm just trying to
Tua?
prompt discussion.
Oh yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's actually called the Tua district, by the way. That's just what I wrote down because it sounded like it. So.
Oh.
It's probably a different spelling, I would assume, but.
That is naturally D&D, though. Honestly, it's like you write something down to what you think is right, and then you look at the spelling like 3 weeks later, and you're like, "Oh, hang on a minute. That is very different."
Yep.
It is the district that is closest to you. It's often like this area. The Tool district is like on this side of the city.
The
so.
Tool District.
Yeah.
Oh, Tool! Oh.
Tool. Oh, you say tour? No, Tool. Tool.
No,
I said
Tua.
Tua!
I thought it Tua, like fuck Tua.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think you know me well enough that I'm not going to use memes as the way of pronouncing my places. So
I'm sorry.
that might be what you do in your worlds, but I try to be
Maybe.
classy. Don't maybe me. That's what you do.
Classy.
Yeah, I'm classy.
Okay, buddy. And Vincent's the king of Poland.
Who the fuck is Vincent, bro?
Vincent Spolsky?
Look, you're starting to scare me, Kieran. The fact you keep talking about a 12-year-old all the time. All right, so.
It's weird that you
We
want
really
to kill
got you
him.
there,
That's
buddy.
crazy.
Well, you did recently edit a Minecraft video, so I guess it makes sense.
Oh damn! It's over for him.
Shit.
It is
Sorry.
over for him.
That's so fucked.
Look, Kieran, you mean a lot to me, but I might have to drop you out of my friend circle if this keeps going. All right, so.
Nah, it could be worse. It could be
How?
worse.
Well,
The
Anyway,
Discord,
cold-
the DMs could leak.
The
The DM could leak. I could be red pilled. I could be like anything else.
It's true.
Oh
It's true.
I could pay for Twitter Blue. That would be worse.
Okay, all right. Look, let's not get ridiculous here. Now you're talking about like committing crimes, so.
But yeah, Warren's gonna look at Theron and be like, I think that the unknown species one is in the Tool District, as it says here. And like Warren's gonna like drag his finger underneath the words Tool District.
Right.
You
Is everybody
sure you're
ready
only
to
in your
head out?
30s?
Confirmed, sir.
All right. Well, and then we begin to hit the road, I
Yeah.
suppose.
All right, you walk outside and start punching the ground.
Fuck you, fuck you.
So the guy's like, "What's wrong with those guys?" They're hitting the road again.
Wow.
Nice.
Dab on the haters. All right, so moving on. You guys head out of the tavern and you begin to make your way through the city once again, noting that the sky is ever so changing from blue to orange as we get towards the end of said day. However, there was much to do in such little time. Okay, so you don't, or well, yeah, you do have addresses, I believe, or at least you have like
Well,
set locations. So.
Maybe we need to go buy I don't know if we have a city map. Maybe we need to buy one at some point. That would probably be helpful if we don't.
I
have
mean,
one.
there's like the occasional like city map that's like up against like, you know, a little like flag
Like
post or whatever.
wastelands or something.
Yeah.
You are here, big red
It's
arrow.
literally just-
I
yeah,
kid
let's
you
get
not.
let's
That's
do
what
that.
this city has, basically. Yeah, it's like it's not written like that, but like you just see like it like names the districts, and then there's like a red circle, and you can assume like that one drawn on red circle is your current position. So
I just like
Local
to
city, like
imagine. I just imagine like you go through it, and it just says just like writing that says you are here, and underneath it is just a mirror.
yeah, that's their way of showing your location. Sucks for a vampire in the middle of the night. Ah, I do not know where I am on this thing.
Poor vampire.
Sag. All right. So yes, you are able to. So do you recall if you were given a specific address or if you only know a rough estimated location?
Rough estimated location.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of goes for all of them, I believe.
Yeah.
So, how do you find said individual then?
I guess is there like a square or like a market or something that's gonna like be frequently trafficked?
To an extent, yes. The Tool District is naturally one of the places where you can, like, do a lot of shopping because there's a lot of cobblers and, like, carriage repair places, people who sell tools, stuff like that. So there is, like, a long, lengthy, like, strip here of various, like, stores and stuff, so...
An unknown creature. Hmm. Okay, I guess we could. I guess begin heading there, and I'm gonna find some. What is there any sort of?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Sorry, something happened with the thing. It just stopped. I don't know what that was about.
What?
I
That's
don't
okay.
know.
I
The
like
music
one.
just stopped. Were you guys still hearing it that whole time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it
I
like
could hear it.
it stopped for me for a moment. I was like, the fuck? Okay.
Do we have
The
to
fuck
roll
room,
initiative?
Like Skibbity Toilet Guy?
Oh my god.
Okay. Cobblers and stuff. Okay, so it is very much like your tradespeople. It is the tool district, as you say.
Yes, sir.
Right. So clearly, it's a people of craft. So if it's a place with people of crafts, I imagine there's some sort of education or something. Maybe like some sort of like college or something of like trades, like a trades college or something.
Perhaps. Let me find it. It's in my long thing here of places. Oh yeah. Well, there's the College of Minstrels. That's a thing. Is that the only one? I think
Okay.
that's the one.
I
That's
prefer
the other one.
M&M's personally.
No, I'm a big minstrel fan.
College of Eminem? Oh, Elementals.
That's
Minstrel, like the Stranger I Remain minstrel, or
I was thinking more so, these kind of minstrels, buddy.
no? I know you're talking about the chocolate things. I really like those.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
prefer
really nice.
M&M's personally, but...
I prefer those.
That's what? I can't...
yeah.
That's
Wait, did you not know
bro.
these were things? Oh, right. No,
I
minstrels are
don't have it over
sick.
there. Galaxy brand over there is just called Dove. So I got a
Really?
Galaxy brand over there, yep.
That's bad.
That's true.
I don't like that. I really like Galaxy stuff. Anyway, yeah, this college, is it like a trades college, or like is it like a professional fucking, like, you know, you go, you get your magic diploma or whatever the fuck?
That one, yeah. It's a lot. The biggest major is actually for entertainment, but they do have other like stuff going on there. So
Entertainment, you say?
Entertainment, interesting.
legal entertainment, wise ass.
Oh, so it's illegal here? Huh. So,
I draw
Okay.
a huge fucking circle around the man with the loot in his arms.
yeah.
We're gonna ignore that.
Red arrows, MLG horns.
Annoying bastard is here. That's what
Yeah,
it says.
annoying bastard is here.
Okay. Alright. Darren's gonna stop in his tracks, walking. Clearly looking around him, he understands that I guess this district is very entertainment. Or, well, no, specifically the college that is entertainment based, right?
Yes,
Everything
but they
else is,
do
like, very
teach
much-
other degrees and such. There's not that many schools in one city here, so.
Okay, so it's fairly diverse. Like, it doesn't lean to any particular.
Yeah, there's only like
I'm
one.
asking a
There's
lot of
like one
questions.
college around here, and then there's like one like up over here, basically. So, and they teach a wide range of things. But it is known that, hence the name. It is known for its like presentation and entertainment. However, that can also extend to different kinds of skills and such. So,
Okay. Is there any more of those? I'm asking a lot of questions here. I do apologize.
By all means, ask more.
Is there any more of like those there, the guards, like outposts, or you know, like the things that we came across like in the other district?
oh, the community outreach area with guards
Yeah,
around.
like the little kiosks. Yeah.
No, that's more so only in like the like suburban living areas. So much so here. I mean, you find the occasional like couple of guards like standing guard, but they're not really there to like, you know, like those civil suit stuff. Like they handle like very simple issues and like that. These guys are just guards, so.
Okay. I'm trying to think, actually. I've just got an idea. I remember messaging you, King. Now, I haven't built this into my backstory or my character sheet, but I remember asking you about if I could get a specific spell Was it friends or what was it?
Yes, that was it.
It was friends. Okay, no, so it wasn't like fine person or anything. No.
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn to the others. Just sort of in the middle of the street. As much as I appreciate you all coming here and helping me, and I do appreciate it, I'm afraid I have a bit of an open task. I don't quite know exactly what it is I'm looking for, or who I'm looking for. They could very much be anything. I just know that they go by Anna, and they may not even be using that name. I would like to see if I could get any ideas, or if anybody has any directions at all that you think we could go in.
Well, finding people is not my specialty, but if we, I don't know, start by asking around. There's a few vendors around here that I can see. Maybe this Anna frequents some of these stores. We could, maybe stop by, ask, maybe bribe a little if it comes to it. Just very lightly dabbling in some minor illegalities. Like bribing.
Argentum's glaring at you right now.
Oh, he's here.
Warren is very aware that he's glaring at him, but he's still got like this really wide grin on his face as if to say, I don't know who that is.
Well, as much as it doesn't seem to be it, finding people usually is my speciality. But in this case, and she's a tricky one. She's been eluding me for a little while, but the thing is, with her being her race, she's hard to pin down. And she's also quick. I don't want her to get any whiff that we're here.
Well,
Ideally, of course.
Unfortunately, that might not work. For, as you can see, we have got the Tungsten Cyclops. We have got the Shiny Soldier. We have got the Mighty Minotaur.
It's me.
Yes, that is you. We have got you, and we have got me. We quite literally scream, hey, look, here comes the group of adventurers, point and laugh.
And then there's immediately after that, a little kid's like, Mommy, they look silly. And then she like grabs his hand and she's like, it's rude to point.
Fucking see, this is why I never had kids.
That's why.
Of my own.
Everyone looks at Lyra, yeah. And then you have to say, of my own.
That's a good point. I'm not exactly used to working with others. But, nevertheless, if we can get away with at least her not knowing, it would be good. I don't exactly want her catching wind of us and flying.
Well,
I suppose maybe we would be better splitting up.
oof. Splitting the party already? That sounds like a fucking fantastic idea.
Not by much. Just.
Look, I don't mind splitting up. I will look for something to stand on and, I don't know, see how many people I can get to throw rocks or coins at me by playing some music, and you do what you gotta do. I'll keep an eye on her, and these two, Dradius will just hang around and be handsome. I don't know about him. Like, he's probably gonna be brooding that there's stuff going on. I say pointing at Argentum.
Fine.
Right.
I'll see if any of my connections add up around here. I'll go talk to the guards, and he'll just walk off.
Mm.
Who was that?
At least we have
No,
somebody.
you're not
looking
doing
around.
that in the roleplay, okay? Do it in the Discord all you want. You're not doing it in the game.
All right.
King, it's what my character would do.
No, it's not. I will get the hose.
Speaking of what my character would do, King.
Yeah.
Is there anything nearby that Gerardius can get a little distracted by? Since we're talking about splitting up anyways.
He notices there is a very large oak tree decorating one of the edges, and attached to it is a large, well, they don't have tires at this point, but they have, like, large wheels, and there are kids, like, riding the large wheel, and it's like a rope swing, and it looks very fun to him, so...
Ooh. All right, I will go investigate over here as he starts walking towards.
And you all see it's like a dead end area. Like he's not gonna get any information from going over here. So
Maybe he'll just walk through a wall. We don't know.
He just faces out of reality. He clips into the back rooms.
Sorry, we forgot to put an invisible barrier on that part of the map. So now he just walks through the mesh.
Hell yeah.
So-
In the fucking back rooms, he hits him with why does it smell like wet carpet in here?
And once again, I am stuck with the one that is useful and the idiot. Alright, listen.
Well, I mean, he walked off, and
Yes. So,
how dare you disrespect Lyra's intelligence like that? Shame on you.
we are... If you don't mind, Warren, as much as I appreciate you being here, I don't see this turning up much. But if you want to go find somewhere yourself, I'll continue looking around, see if we can pull anything up. It's worth mentioning maybe to some people, we know that we're looking for somebody who is of an unusual species. Just keep an eye out for something, okay?
I guess I will. And Warren's just gonna go look for like someone to just go play some music for the townsfolk.
Let us
He
support
can't-
Warren.
He's got his fucking security on standby.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see where you are, Anna. And with that, Theron's going to put up his hood.
How far away is he from me, King?
Dude, honestly,
3
fucking
feet.
couldn't. It's so.
How far away is he from me?
I don't know, like 9 feet. You just start walking off.
Okay, I'll wait till he gets 25 feet, and then I'm gonna use Mage Hand and pull it back down again.
You are that predictable. Theron's just going to hold on to his hood.
Honestly, yeah, valid.
Honestly, I don't blame him, and that's so funny.
You send the mage hand off, and it gives you a signal that it is being greeted with too much resistance to make an effort against.
I will have it flick the back of Theron's knee while he's walking. Then that'll be funny.
Flick, 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 flick.
Just a bit of like, a bit of like irritation to like maybe make him like miss a step a little bit,
Yeah.
you know?
It flicks him 5 times, each for 1 foot. He steps, and then it can't go any further. So.
Hell yeah, perfect, thank you, my coat.
And then as you turn around, the mage hand just flips you off there and it goes away. So.
I did turn around.
This emerald shimmering green mage hand just flips him off when he's not looking at it.
There's like a homeless guy with it like his mead bottle, and he watches that happen, and he looks at the bottle and just pours it out on the ground, thinking he's losing it. So.
Hell yeah.
The only difference to Warren and his real life inspiration counterpart is that the real life inspiration counterpart is fent folding in the corner.
Yes.
Fent folding?
He's on.
Yeah,
Fent.
I don't know. It just strikes me as an annoying homeless person. It's just annoying.
Folding.
You're looking it up. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
I
that
myself have never fent folded in my life. Okay.
Yeah.
Yet.
Right.
Okay. Well. So, all right. I guess I got to go down the list here then.
Yeah, go on,
Arganum
Mr.
is.
Main Character.
Wait, what?
I said go on, Mr. Main Character, and I'm talking to Theron.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well. All right. Well, first we gotta do Arganum. All right. There he goes. All right. Cool. That's what he's doing. All right. So Theron, what? So Theron, what are you doing? We'll do you first.
Theron is very much, I guess, he's posted up sort of at a stall, more or less kind of pretending to admire sort of whatever is, I guess, on offer.
Okay.
But also mainly just kind of keeping an eye around, seeing if anybody matches a description of like a peculiar sort of race, I suppose.
Okay.
Matching the description.
All right. Well, you make a perception check. Let's see what you see.
All right, cool.
Start rolling these dice, people. You know.
Let's go.
That's my perception modifier. +3. That's gonna be a 13.
13. Okay.
What? What happened, Kieran?
Pinkus in chat just hits us with Theron out here profiling.
Accurate
Sitting
depiction.
on watch for peculiar races.
Hang on, he's going for my knife. Quick, go for my knife. He's going for my knife. I will say all right, scanning the area. You see a few individuals that may stick out. I mean, in a city like this, there's all different kinds of people, especially a lot more tourists now for the upcoming festival. You see at one stand, there is a large group of people actually in front of it. It says Figurines of Wonder. There's a middle-aged human man who appears to have like a bunch of puppets in front of it, and he's like having them do a performance. There's some kids sitting down in front, and they seem entertained. Amongst the people of various elven, dwarves, and humans, you do notice there's one goblin. And first of all, goblins normally stick in groups, and on top of that, they normally wouldn't be in a city like this, so that's definitely someone who would stick out in a crowd, as small as they are.
Okay. That's not quite right.
Gonna keep looking?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking. That's just an... I don't know. It could be... Well... What can I tell about them? Can I roll an investigation check to see sort of like maybe what it is exactly they're doing in the crowd, or like maybe what they have on them, or...
Okay, sure. I mean, you're a good distance away. I'll say if you want to not have disadvantage, you have to like kind of get towards the crowd.
Okay, now I'll start moving towards the crowd.
Okay, then you can roll normal and see what you find out. You can get like at the edge of the group. There's not.
Right.
There's like a dozen people here, so
Can I roll stealth as well to try and sort of blend in with the group, or?
go right ahead. Yeah.
Let's see. So for my stealth check, that's going to be a 19.
Okay.
For the perception check, or sorry, the investigation check, that's going to be, it's only going to be a 10.
10. Then you can only see some basic stuff. The goblin has long dark hair. It appears to be female, as the brown cloth coverings wrap like the whole body, and most male goblins go shirtless. This one does seem to have more like puckered lips and like a curved physique rather than being all muscular. Let me think. There's a little like leather bag around her waist, and she's like rifling through it a little bit, but she's just kind of chilling there. You do notice there's a bit of a distance between her and everyone else, as other people like see goblin and go ugh, you know. But yeah, she's just kind of chilling right now. Kind of looks up once in a while and grins at whatever performance the human guy is doing with his puppets.
Is he, did you say he's like, is he looking through his bag at all, or does he just have that on him? Or she, sorry.
She's looking through it right now.
Alright. I'm gonna basically just walk up to them, and I'm actually just gonna put a hand on their shoulder and just kind of judge their expression once they see me.
She
I'm
jumps.
gonna actually just... Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an insight to see if it's like one of recognition, or is it like just purely of surprise.
Make an
Would you
insight.
allow that?
Make an insight check. You would
Right.
have to determine that. Yeah.
Alright.
Excuse me.
That is again very weak. Only a 7 or only a 10.
10. Yeah, you can't tell. There's definitely some shock, but you don't know what it's from.
Did they say anything or?
No, you as you put your hand on her, she just kind of like you feel the little body like jump a little and be like, ah.
Okay. Is there? Can I see in the bag from sort of the height? Like if I'm looking down at her now.
Only some of it. The covering that wraps like over the top to seal it is like half over it, and it's starting to lower. But from what you can see, there's some silver coins in there. There's one little potion bottle and what looks to be a dagger.
Okay. Sorry, ma'am, not to bother you. I didn't mean to startle you. I just was having a poke around. I thought you were somebody else.
Oh, that's okay. Do I know you?
I'm not sure. I thought I recognized you from a wee while ago. I'm sorry. Look, it's my mistake. I'll tell you what. I'll head on. I'm really sorry. Have a good day, though. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. You too.
Of course. And with that, I'm gonna just sort of walk away for a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep a bit of an eye on them.
Okay. I will say after a while you note that she kind of like looks around to see like where you went and doesn't see you. Going off of that stealth check you made too, you're able to kind of just slip away. But eventually she pulls some money out of her bag, gives it to the guy, and he actually gives her like a little doll that she puts in her bag and like starts walking throughout the strip. I assume you're gonna follow from a distance. Or no. Or yes. Or maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I have my doubts. I don't think this is Anna, but all right, I'll follow. It's the best lead that I have.
Okay. Then while that's going on, we're gonna shift over. Warren, what song are you playing right now on your lute?
Wonderwall.
Fucking imagine. I actually wasn't expecting you to come to me because I'm eating a burger right now.
Okay.
All
right, I'll make it easy on you. Just roll a performance check to see how well you're doing.
All right. You want a performance check? I think I can do that.
He's just...
That's a 16.
16. Okay, so you don't get hit with a rock. That's good.
Cool, because I am playing Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
Okay.
Warren's actively like doing like the hip motions as well as he fucking hits that chorus, like bro's going at it.
Never gonna let you down. You wink at a lady and she's like, ah. You know.
Warren like kind of internally cringes after doing that. He's like, oh shit, I'm a married man. What the fuck am I doing?
You get a little too into it and your inhibitions leave you. So I'll say as some people kind of listen in and clap along, and there's one guy that's like, I don't know what this is, but it's great. You know, I'll say a couple.
Love that guy.
I'll say a few people do kind of flick coins like in front of the little box that you're standing on, and so you collect a little change from your performance. You get well, let's see here. All right, cool. You get 12 copper pieces.
W.
Yeah.
And you get 7 silver pieces.
Hell
Double
yeah.
W.
So there you go. You get some change. People are able to lend you. Lyra, what's going through your head in this moment?
Well, considering the performance of Warren is not as atrocious as some in the past, she'll have her shoulders a little more relaxed, still looking around the crowd, preparing for any incoming danger in case Warren messes up a note or two, because they've been through this before and people have thrown rocks before, so she'll just be prepared for that.
I will say a bit of a crowd starts to form from a distance. After a while, once the song ends, a very large, scarred-up orc-looking fella pushes past people. He's probably just like a half-orc. You see some like peach-colored flesh on top of the green, and he like pushes through, and a few people back away, and he looks like a man on a mission. Hey there, music boy. And he walks right up to your box, and since you're like on it, you're basically as tall as he is, and he's like nose to nose with you.
Very blunt way of making an entrance. How can I help you?
I see you think you're pretty talented, huh? Gathering these people here, playing your silly little songs.
Yeah, it's more than you've got, but, you know. It's cool. What do you want?
Well, I got a question for you, Mr. Entertainer Man.
And that would be?
And he kind of like looks around at other people standing by, and Lyra, you see his like fists curl up, and he gets like all really intense.
Oh, if his fist curl up, Lyra will immediately grab the fist that he's curling up. And as she grabs it, I assume like he would then look at her. She'll look him in the eyes and be like, "I recommend you stop, sir."
And he uncoils his fist like while you're holding them, and he's like, "What's this? Your security?"
Yes, and she's so fucking badass, dude. Like, she's so hardcore.
So I'm giving you 10 seconds to leave this place. 10?
This is a little unnecessary.
9.
Okay, I understand
8.
that. Look, I was just trying to ask him that. No, wait, you don't understand. Okay,
Lyra, let's let him ask the question, Lyra. It's okay.
I just was wondering if you could play I'm Still Standing. I love that song.
Well, I mean, since you asked so nicely.
like he starts shrinking back from her. Like he wasn't here to start a fight.
Poor guy.
He pulls out like 2 silver pieces from his pocket. He's like, "I'll pay you for it."
You know what? Just because of the fact that you might have pissed your pants, you can keep one of the silver.
Okay, so you take 1 coin out of his hand. You get 1 more silver.
I take 1 silver, thank you.
And then he steps back, like less away from you and just more away from your security. So
Silly.
Yeah, don't worry, she's absolutely harmless. Anyway, Oniba, are you ready?
there's like there's like the orc claps a little, and there's one chubby guy in the back that's like, "Yeah!"
Warren Fan Club, woo!
One guy, the fat guy lifts up his shirt, and he starts using blue paint to paint a W on his stomach. So.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
My hero.
This guy's my new favorite magician. You mean musician? Yeah, what you said.
I'm verbally dyslexic.
Yeah. You think you can heal me up? No, that's a physician. I'm not doing this with you again. So you start playing the song.
Yeah. Warren is just gonna go straight for it. Like he don't give a shit. Like he's ignoring the man who's probably wiggling while he writes this W on himself.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, you begin to play, and people are like, "Woo, yeah!" All right, on to the more important stuff. Tradius, let's talk about this rope swing that we're seeing here. So,
Tradius has never been more excited in his life.
I will say, like the kid is like on it. He's like, "Woo, I can do this all day!" And then like you run up to him, and they're like, "Ah!" And the one kid, she stops pushing, she runs off, and then the boy falls off, and he books it. So, and it's just like it's just left kind of like swinging.
It's all right.
there.
It is all right. We can share.
the little kid's just like, "Take off, mommy!"
Okay then. He's just gonna ignore that and just gonna jump on the tire swing and start going.
Okay. Let me roll for the durability of this rope to make sure it doesn't fall apart. All right, good for you. It does not. There's a bit of like a, but it does not rip. And you're able to just you're able to get your hooves in the ground, push back a little, and start swinging. Why don't you give me an athletics check to see how high you can get yourself?
Oh, hell yeah. You already know, baby. All right. That's a 28. Or no, sorry, not 28. My bad.
Oh, gosh.
That's I was gonna say, yeah, that would have been bad math.
28, you're doing 360s around the branch.
That's 20. It's a 23. It's a 23.
23. Okay, so yeah, you start off slow, but as you're able to take all that muscle and rear it back and then lean into it, you start whoosh, 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 and you're getting yourself almost as high of the branch you are on as you keep swinging back and forth, feeling the cool wind blowing through your face as you see just the blur of all the buildings around you keep swishing before clearing up as you have a moment and then whoosh all the way back.
Johnny's like shits a single tear as this is the most fun he's had in a long time.
And you go on with that for a while. There's a few people who are like, they're like, it's a bird! It's a plane! No, you idiot, it's a minotaur. A minotaur?!
How'd he get so high?
Yeah. There's like a farmer.
Yeah.
Gosh darn, I think one of the steer got out again. So I assume you just ride on that for a while as it takes up all your
absolutely.
focus. Okay.
Absolutely. He's completely forgot about the mission.
There is no mission, only flight.
Love that.
He's just thinking like, I have to show them this later.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe could help with Theron's brooding? Maybe.
Maybe we'll help Lyra smile more.
I am in very depressing group.
I don't know why. Everyone's so sad.
Swing from 3 once a day, and your depression goes away.
It's a good motto. Oh my god. All right, Theron. Since you're the only one actively pursuing something, what are you doing? You still just following the gobliness?
Yeah, I'm not convinced that this is Anna, but it kind of just again being hopeful optimism at this rate. He more or less sort of again still follows, sort of also with a sense of disgust.
Okay. Well, that could be the manure you were stepping in, but who knows? So. All right. Well, then, yeah, you trail her for a while. Eventually, she will get to the edge of the strip, and she'll kind of like look around, and then quickly like bolt into the alleyway on her left.
Okay. Does the alleyway look like does it just lead between two buildings, or does it look like it maybe has like another side, or?
There's definitely another side. It's just kind of in between a couple of buildings, but it keeps going.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm gonna start moving up to that alleyway.
Okay.
Just to maybe kind of peek through it to see if I can see much.
You do see the goblin pretty far back. She's kind of like a silhouette now, but you can still make her out. And she is having a discussion with some hooded figure, actually, as they talk for a minute, and then she ends up shaking its hand and it walks off. And she, again, like kind of like peeks out the other end of the alleyway, looks around, makes sure no one's watching, and then like kind of tries to just like slip back, like she wasn't just coming from there.
So sorry, she looked at.
She didn't look at you. She's at the other end of the alleyway now. There's like a way out. So.
Okay. Okay, interesting. I suppose I'm gonna have to give chase. I'm gonna. Yeah, stepping out sort of from behind the corner and clinging to the side wall again, just sort of moving up, staying as close to the shadows as I possibly can.
Okay. Well, eventually she just gets back onto another like path and starts walking down it. You're now like peeking out from the other edge of the alleyway, seeing her head off. She looks a little nervous now, but she's trying to just seem like casual. So.
Where did the other figure go?
So the alleyway itself was a straight shot from like front to back, but there was another like section that went to the right, and that's where this figure walked.
Okay, so the figure walked to the right, Goblin went straight on.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Um, with sort of a bit more of a sigh, um, Theron's gonna set out more into the open. And he's gonna keep walking, sort of a lot more confidently now, down the alleyway.
Okay.
He has an idea that has been perhaps made.
So who is he pursuing?
He's going to continue on down the alleyway, but with the knowledge that there is somebody to his right. And if, as he walks by, he looks down to the right towards the hooded figure.
There's currently nobody there.
Interesting. Any door or anything that looks like they could have gone that way?
Not that you see. If you would like to make a survival check to try and track them.
I would.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm rolling like hot garbage. That is a 10. It's like my third 10.
Don't forget, as a fighter, you do have the
Oh, second wind,
the
right?
tactical
I
mind
can add that.
feature. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that then.
If it does succeed, it does use a second wind thing. But if you do want to make sure that you succeed the thing, this might help.
I would like to.
Okay.
10 it is. Alright, brings it to an 18.
18.
Oh, sorry. No, hang on. It would be 19 with my +1.
19. Okay. Okay. Then yeah, the fact that the figure isn't there is a little sus, but you do see a trail of footprints that are lightly embedded in the ground. Whoever this was, they were pretty light-footed, but you can make out markings of where they walked. And they curve straight and then around to the right side, and they end at the flat side of a building.
Interesting. I know where this is. I'm going to continue going after the goblin.
Okay.
And keep a mental note of this.
Well, then, yeah, you can see her. I mean, she does stand out in a group, shockingly, and makes her way through the people, eventually coming towards the outskirts of the city over here on the far left, and entering a house. She pulls out a little key, unlocks a door, closes it behind her.
Okay.
It's a tiny house, but...
Can I see anything, like maybe a post box or anything?
Yeah, I'd say it's next to the door, but there is like a little metal like latch, and then it has like the number of the house on it.
Okay. Is there any mail inside the post box?
Let me roll and see if that would have happened. Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, there's a couple of pieces of paper in there that have not been taken out. So.
I would like to. Oh well, I assume I can only like see it. Do you need me to like try and break open the box or picklock it to get my way inside, or?
Yes, it is. It hasn't like you can see into it because through like the little slits in it, but in order to open it, you would have to unlock it.
Okay. I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
Okay. Do you have thieves'
Slide
tools
on.
or no?
I believe I do. Let me just check. Backpack. Oh no, of course I don't. I'm not rogue. Oh no, I do. I do have these tools.
Okay.
Slide a hand check, right?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Sleight of hand. So with thieves' tools. So.
Right. So that would be a Sleight of hand, then as well. Excuse me. Where's sleight of hand? Oh, okay. Brings it to 23.
Okay, yeah, that was DC wasn't that high. Yeah, you after rifling through it a little, you hear like a little, and after you unlock it, the front slat is like old. It just basically starts leaning forward, like. So.
I'm gonna check the post and see what the name it was addressed to is.
Okay. Yeah, a couple of things are just like pamphlets and stuff that everybody gets, but you do find like what appears to be an envelope with something like a message inside or whatever, and it is addressed to. Let me double check what I have written here. Fucking hell. Yeah. To Anna Slimeskull.
What's the context of the letters? Anything relevant? Taxes due, that sort of thing?
You'd have to open up the, this is very specific now. You have to open up the envelope so that it's in.
I can't believe we've got
taxes?
Anna Slimesicle here. What the hell?
I know Anna Slimesicle.
Skull! Slime skull, you dingus.
I know.
I
I'm just saying
know,
Slimesicle.
man. Like Slimesicle sounds funnier.
Yeah, Slimesicle. Like the fucking YouTuber.
No.
Shut up. Yeah, I'll open it. Have a look. Have a
Okay.
gander.
Okay, criminal. So you cut it open with your blade.
I've kind of already broken into their fucking mail at this point. It doesn't matter.
And he could be done
And-
for stalking.
Might
I'm
as
gonna
well
have
go
a-
all the way.
Yeah, might as well go
And,
all
you
the
know,
way. I'm gonna glance
the
over
wind.
sort of. I'm gonna glance over as well, just to the window and check to see if anybody's looking. Because I imagine somebody is.
Uh,
Is her window mortified watching you do all this?
Yeah.
She's. Well, yeah, she's in the window watching you.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
And you see her with like a what looks to be a little object in her hand, and she is like yelling into it right now.
Uh-oh.
She called the fucking police, sketchy.
That'll do. I'm just gonna sort of look at her. I'm just gonna go looking back at the mail. I'm gonna continue looking through the mail.
Okay, oh my
Jesus
gosh,
Christ.
this is insane. Okay, you open it up. It has
I do not much care.
you open it up and pulling it out, it appears to be a bill for her house, a payment to be made. The banking sector says her payment will be due soon. This is only like her 5th payment, insinuating she's only been here a few months.
All right.
He's moving out, bro.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
maybe not much
I'm
longer.
I'm gonna toss the letter just to the side, and I'm gonna escape just as quickly as I can. I think.
Just gonna book it. Okay.
Oh no.
I don't regret my decision.
I'm not saying you have to, but I rolled to see the likelihood of her being there, and I rolled a nat 20, so she was
Yeah.
definitely there.
Mm.
So
I knew that she would be there. I'm completely okay with this.
she's just like, police! So,
Yeah.
all right, well then, yeah, you run off for quite a while, getting into a good pace, just slipping through people, and you hear whistles being blown in the distance, but you don't really see anyone. So, hopefully, you made a good enough getaway. We'll soon see. So,
Probably not. But that's
Not
okay.
like his description is now all, known to the police.
No, what are you talking about?
he had his hood up.
his hood
Of
up,
course,
it's
they
fine.
couldn't tell.
True.
Of course they could.
True.
We're looking for a human man with a hood up. We're
Yeah.
looking for the only antisocial fucker in this city.
Yeah.
Yeah, look for the one guy in the festival crossing his arms and going, tuh. So,
I didn't do that.
no, but
I
you
could
are,
sharpen
but you
my blade
represent
floating in the
that.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waste of time. And he's just tapping his foot to the music.
Oh gosh.
Damn.
Yeah.
A bit louder than I intended, but all right. So you slip, you give him the slip. Eventually, Warren stops playing. You know, I'm not giving you. That's all the money you get. Sorry, but
Damn.
um,
I would like it known that the last song he played was Dancing in the Moonlight.
okay. Arcanum shows back up, and all four of you are together. As you see off in the distance, Dradius just swinging very quickly back and forth, just like he's been doing this like 20 minutes now. So.
You want to come check this out? This is very fun.
You know what? Fuck it. Warren is going to, like, basically, like, hang his loot off his shoulder, like, you know, by the strap. He's gonna run over and also, like, try and jump on whilst Dradius is mid-swing.
Hell yeah.
You can. Oh my god! You're gonna jump on it. Okay. I gotta make another con save for the rope as you latch onto him. Shockingly, it does not rip. So you don't get the same amount of height anymore because of how heavy you are, but you still get a good swing going back and forth as you are now basically riding a minotaur back and forth on the swing.
Yeah, baby.
Insane.
I worry about the structural integrity of that rope, but regardless.
I'm worried about the structural integrity of my fucking spine if I fall, bro. Yeah, Warren is having a great time. Like,
You'll land on Dradius. He's soft.
Okay, good. Because like Warren is like kind of like, you know, he's basically like wrapped himself around Dradius and is like, you know, he's waving an invisible hat like a cowboy, like at a rodeo. Like,
some nobleman walks by and be like, "This place has turned into a shit show," and then he just like walks off.
Oh, I'm so glad that we are really helping enrich the culture of this neighborhood.
Damn straight.
Hooah!
This truly is the best.
Ain't nobody else do it like us.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the stalker now. Where's he at?
Hell yeah.
He makes his way. He makes his way
Matt.
up. Theron makes his way up to the group. So.
Warren's gonna look over and be like, "Hey, dude, you gotta get on this. This is so fucking cool."
It's more like, "Hey, dude, you gotta get on this. It's so fucking cool."
Well, did you find anything?
Found money.
I found this cool tire swing.
How about you?
So ultimately, I think we did pretty good. How about you? What did you find?
I have no idea. Found a goblin. At least matches the description of what we're looking for, but although dealing with some shifty things, I don't believe she's who we're looking for.
Well, that's one you can cross off the list then, right?
Depends. And she walked into an aisle. Another shifty figure took something from her. She knew she was being followed, but that's understandable. And she seemed to have... The hooded figure, they made their way somewhere else and disappeared from sight. I know where. I plan on going back to it and see if I can dig up any more clues.
Okay, well, what's stopping you now?
I don't think the city guard are too happy about me.
What did you do?
I just some light viewing of somebody's mail. No big deal.
That's a criminal offense. You should. Oh, I should have just gone with you. You're not
Yes,
allowed to
you
look at other
probably should.
people's postage.
Yes, you probably should have gone with me. And no, you're not allowed to search with other people's postage. But you're already deep enough in this already, aren't you, Argentum?
Sounds like you stalked them home.
I did.
That's another law, bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so it's okay when he does it. Points at Hoolan.
Suddenly I'm not looking so bad now, am I, Argentum?
It's not. We're not debating over who is less extreme in their methods here. All I did was ask some of the fellow guardsmen if they know the locations of various shape changer individuals. It'd be something they have to track. there is apparently a group in this city, some title, the Golden Mask. They're apparently a group of people who can change their forms. Maybe the individual you're looking for is linked up with them.
The Golden... When did you find this out?
Just a short while ago, I asked some of the guards if they know the locations, because I feel like in a city such as this, if someone is able to change their form and they keep tabs on everyone, they would know the identity of someone who is a changeling or of other sort. And the guards simply told me they'd beware of the Golden Masks, some sort of faction around here who get into mischief, and many of them are capable of, well, as the name implies, masking themselves.
So the city tends to keep tabs on people who have changing abilities.
I would assume so, if you wish to become at least if you wish to become a citizen. Tourists aren't so much, but if you live here, then they're supposed to keep tabs on you and know what your original self is.
Interesting.
It makes perfect sense. Same thing in the cities I have guarded in. You would need to be sure, because otherwise someone could walk in, claim they are a certain person, and keep changing their form and committing atrocities. Though it seems the rest of you don't have that problem.
I don't know what you mean. I am completely righteous and clearly innocent. This is the criminal here, I say, pointing at Theron. He's stalking people. I'm not.
And he's not wrong.
It's hard to have this conversation with the two of you on that thing. Would you come down here? What would you guys do without me, I swear?
Probably better. Whee! Hi, Adrenius, hiya! Whee!
All right. Can I make another athletics check to like push as hard as I can just to see if I can get us even higher?
All right, fine.
Yeah,
What
that's a 20. Wait, hold on. That's what did I say last
What kind
week?
of check is that?
So that's a 24.
What kind of check is it?
It's an athletics.
If I'm using my momentum of my body, can I help? Because I've got proficiency of athletics.
You have proficiency,
I mean,
so yes, you
I
can
will
give
say-
him advantage.
I will say, Kieran, like just for the sake of this, the only thing that I can, the only way I can do better is if I roll a nat 20.
Then
Because
roll!
I got a 19. All right, let's go. No, okay, I didn't. It's still 24.
Still
It's still 24.
All right, you're able to give yourselves a lot of oomph, and you start going. You basically like, see what I can do, and you push off the ground so hard that you basically ride upside down over the branch, and then come like swinging through, and then start going back and forth again. So the rope is now like slightly wrapped around the top of the branch. So,
Hell yeah!
but now you're just whipping back and forth.
We're going way too fast at
Yeah.
this point.
This is so fucking cool.
Oh my gosh, I gotta roll again for the rope. Here we go. I mean, after a movement like that. Okay, so, in a moment, you guys hear as all the fibers of the rope begin to twist and tear, and then it snaps.
Oh, shit.
And
cringe.
you guys, it breaks
it looks
as you
like
guys
this.
go up and flying, so...
Damn, that's just. Woo!
So, while in the air, I would like both of you to make a dexterity saving throw to try not to land through the roof of the building you're heading towards.
Alright.
Wish us luck.
16.
Okay.
Oh no.
What did you
Warren.
roll?
I rolled a nat 1 for 6.
Oh no.
So, as it snaps and you're both just like, wee! Ah! Dradis, you are able to right yourself in the air and, like, you basically land right next to the building, putting your hands out to, like, stop your momentum, and you just... Warren,
that was close.
You-
Where's Warren?
you look up, you see him in the air, he's trying to twist in the air to, like, mimic your movements. It don't work. Warren, you go, like, upper back first through the roof of this building. So, you're gonna take, because not only did you fall, but you took that impact, so you're gonna take 18 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh my god.
Oh my
as you
god.
bust through the roof. And there's a guy inside. What the hell is the matter with you?
Easy, citizen. Warren Watson, roof inspector. I'll be leaving the premises now.
And he says this saluting the guy with one leg bent the wrong way. His back is like arched upwards, and he's just trying to mask the agony he would be in from that.
Incredible.
Unfortunately, your roof has sustained some wear and tear. I would recommend patching that up as soon as possible. And then I'm gonna drop like 3 gold on the floor and just walk out.
Hang on, roll deception with advantage because you gave him money.
Okay, so that's a 17.
Okay. The guy's just like, what? He like doesn't. He's like too stunned to suck as you like limp your way through his front door and just like out of there, and he's just like, what kind of crazy roof inspection are they selling in this place? And then he picks up the 3 gold and just kind of like stares at it for a second as you make your way back to everyone else.
Yeah, I go downstairs. Like I look at the dude's door. I close the door behind me as I leave. I look at the guys. I'm like, hey.
Arcanum's just... Go ahead.
Ceilings hurt a lot more than I realized. Do not try that at home. Not worth it. I sprained something. I don't know what.
You looked really cool while doing it, though.
I did, didn't I? I thought I looked cool. I'm really glad that was conveyed in my fearful movements.
Arcanum's
You should be more
face
careful,
palming.
Warren. You should be more careful, Warren.
You are absolutely right, but I stuck the landing, so that's all that matters.
Warren, your body is almost destroyed.
Yep, you're right. Warren is limping as he starts walking in a direction opposite from the group. Yep, you're right.
Yep, that's great.
He's fucking hobbling along. He's
I suggest we take a break.
Yep, that would be good. But if the guard is looking for Mr. Rogue over here, we might need to find somewhere away from here.
That is Mr. Rogue's problem, Warren. We need to take care of you.
Dranius, give me a lift.
I'll just swing him over my shoulder.
Woo! Mush! And I'm gonna slap him on the back and be like, Lyra, go, go, go!
Insane.
Fantastic.
And we're gonna look for a tavern at least 20 minutes away from this current location.
Yeah, you can head back to the Giants Tavern that you went to before, where it's all rowdy in there.
That might be for the best.
Yeah.
Because ain't no fucking guards gonna go check there.
Freaking unbelievable. Okay. All right, so yeah, you all head off and return to the tavern. I assume you want a short rest, is what you're getting at here.
Might be a good idea, yeah.
Bro, I've got 10 HP left.
Yeah.
Okay.
18 damage, it's crazy. What did you
18
roll?
damage.
I rolled 3d10, so
God damn.
it was gonna be for falling off. It was gonna be 2d10, but I had to add an extra one because he fell through the roof of a building. So you know.
Fair.
Valid.
Very valid.
Insane.
Oh god, that was funny.
So funny.
I love the idea of Warren falling through this fucking dude's ceiling, crashing down. This dude stands up from his desk really shocked and hovers like, oh my god, what the hell happened here? Or flicks himself up. It's like, easy, citizen. It's fine. Your roof needs some work. Drops a gun. He just limps out. As he's gonna say, ow, ow, ow. Such a great mental image.
Put it in the book. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to short rest. That might be very good.
Roll your hit dice to heal up a bit.
Fucking insane.
Okay, I got some pretty good HP back.
Okay.
I got 15 HP back.
Nice.
Just a little bruised up now.
Just a little.
Just a
bruised
little.
up.
Not a lot.
Nah, not a lot.
So while short resting, Warren has got one of his feet propped up on a nearby chair because ouchie, need to rest it. He's gonna look over at Theron and be like, so, what are the other Annas on the list? Like, I know we're looking for this golden mask, but how do you think we're gonna find them if, you know, you might potentially be on every guard's shit list now?
Sketchy, you might be muted, by the way.
I'm not muted.
Oh,
He's
okay.
processing his words.
Again, Tim, you mentioned how this organization blends in. There are people who use their shape-shifting abilities to stay under the radar, yes?
That is correct.
And how successful has the guard been at finding them?
Not too well, because hence the name. That's why the faction is so prominent around here, apparently. It seems to be a real problem for them.
Yes. Well, then instead of wasting our time looking for them, I suggest seeing about having them come to us.
Oh, what? Do you suddenly know a fucking changeling that can help us or something?
You know, you suck because you know that.
No, I don't.
Um, Theron's gonna immediately you can just see him sort of, it's like a glimmer, and then he takes on the form of Argentum.
Oh, fuck!
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay,
I
you
hate that.
turn into him, and he like falls into a chair. The real Arcanum just, what is this madness?
Ooh, I didn't like that. Ooh, change that. I don't want two of you. I don't want two of him. Go back now.
Oh, do me, do me.
Gets all excited.
I stay to, well, I try to stay to more human appearances, but if it means finding this person, then I will do as I can. I believe that it could be in our favors to try and get them to recruit me in some extent. One, it means then we can hide from the guards using they themselves, while also finding the information that we need.
So, you are a changeling, then?
I prefer just to go by Theron. I don't like labels.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
I imagine you having some knowledge of my people, that probably brings up questions for you, doesn't it?
Well, more so the terrifying visage that stands before me of looking at myself with your voice. But it is uncommon for changelings to be in this world. Hence why they would become
It
a
is.
faction, so...
It is. I don't typically find consolation among my people. And with that, I'm going to go back to my regular form. But typically, that is where I am today. I have my own people. I am proud to be among them.
Well, now this just raises so many questions.
Hmm.
Like, why, if you are not a human creature, to be as polite as possible, freak,
I agree with you.
why do you give so much grief to, like, the Knolls and this fucking guy? I say pointing at our literal Minotaur.
I don't believe in who I am. I believe that this world is of and for the Emperor and the Beslemirian people. That is the way that I am. My people do not agree with what I am, I've done many a thing. Sacrificed a lot to be where I am, to have the role that I have. That's something that I have had to prove to both myself and others. It's something that I fought hard for, to earn my own place among them. I don't have a respect from birth. That's something that I earned. What I am is not who I consider myself to be. I've proved myself that I can be so much more than that. That's what I want for Anna too.
Now, you were very cryptic there, so for the ones who are less intelligent and definitely not me, can you run that by us again, but in simpler terms?
I wouldn't worry your wee head about it, Warren.
Well, if I'm going to be teaming up with someone who can change to look like me on the fly, which, by the way, I might have you do that if I'm ever in trouble, because that would be funny. But if I'm going to be teaming up with someone who can just suddenly switch skins on the fly and then just dip without a word, I want to know what I'm rolling with.
Well, you're still rolling with the boring, old, brooding son of a bastard that is me.
He said he's brooding. Guys, I'm not wrong now, okay? He admitted it. He's brooding.
I don't typically change my form, so
Okay.
do not be alarmed that I'll be constantly doing this, but if this is something that is going to allow me to find Anna, then this is something I'm willing to do.
Interesting. I still don't know how I feel about it, but unlike some people, I can accept others who aren't, me. So, I guess we can still be friends, and I will still help you find this Anna, whatever her relation may be to you.
Darren sort of raises a brow at whenever he says what they mean to or what they are to you.
Ah, the old eyebrow lifting but no questions asked type thing. Well, you say that you're hunting for them, but if I recall something being discussed a while ago, like, your empire isn't exactly one that's still, big? Right?
No,
So
the
who would
empire
you
is
be
gone.
hunting- Then who are you hunting them for? This seems more like a personal thing more than I'm doing this for a bounty.
The empire is gone, but not truly forgotten. You continue to speak their language. Common was established, after all, by the emperor. Long, long time ago, but I do believe that there are remnants of the empire, and I do believe that they will come back again, and that is what I seek.
Just to fuck with him because he said that, I speak Common, which is like the Emperor's language. I'm just gonna switch up to Elvish, and I'm gonna look at him. Oh, that's pretty fucking neat. Yeah. I think that's cool. Not me though. I could never speak Common.
Leans over to Lyra. What is he saying?
I don't know. It's the language that he used with someone else.
In common, I'm just going to respond by saying, do not reduce yourself to such standards.
And in Draconic, I'm gonna look over at Lyra and be like, fucking bigot, isn't he?
He seems hateful. Yes, and she'll reply in Draconic.
I'm not hateful.
All right, now Dradius
You don't
is
speak
very
Draconic.
confused.
Oh, and Draconic? Oh shit, I don't know.
Yep.
Draconic. Never mind.
Yeah,
never
we
mind.
switched up to Draconic so I could deliberately shit talk you to her.
Hell yes.
Damn
Hell yeah.
foreigner.
Radius has never been more confused in his life.
It's okay, big man. I speak 3 languages. I speak Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
Oh, can you teach Radius one of them?
Do you remember half the words in Common?
How much is considered half?
Okay, we'll master this one first, big man, and then we'll start learning something else, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
It's not an. Argenum's gonna cut in because he's getting pissed off. It's irrelevant. I have to sit here and listen to this one insult not only people that I am related to, but claim he wants to resurrect an empire that caused so much pain and misery to people. There's a reason that thing was burned to the ground in the first place. Your people may live, but they are kept in solitude, for no one else wishes to conduct anything with them.
My people are the reason you have bricks in your roads. Do not forget that. They did a lot of things for these people, including the language that you speak, as I mentioned.
He says as his slightly pointy ears twitch.
Now, you said it's getting late, right?
Evening time, yeah.
I suppose we call it for the night.
If you want to.
I wore myself out swinging. That sounds like good. That sounds a good idea.
I'll go to bed a little later. I'm probably gonna stay up just a bit and maybe have another ale or 2.
Brood a little bit.
I wouldn't want to steal your thunder, buddy. That's your thing.
Not a
If you
problem.
want me to brood though, you could lend me a fucking cloak and I'll sit here, pull the hood up, and I'll be antisocial like you do. I can do that. It's fine.
Oh, can Radius try on cloak? It looked comfortable.
If you like. Get
Oh,
your own
yes.
cloak.
Hey, do you actually hand it to him?
No.
Yeah.
In my mind, all I can
suggesting-
visualize is just like Dradius with like a fucking curtain wrapped around his neck with it slightly pulled over his head, barely able to hide his horns.
Nice.
Horn.
Yeah,
Oh.
horn and a half.
Too soon.
Every time.
Horns squared.
He will never get over this indignity.
Yeah.
He will not, and that is perfectly fine. Love that for him.
So Theron, you're going to Betty Bye?
Yes.
Okay. As he heads off, Argenum does get kind of serious. You need to watch him, Warren. I know you like to play your little games with him and mess with him, but if he's really a Bezomarian, he could be dangerous. Not on top of that, he's a changeling, naturally deceptive. I hold out hope that he is as good as he claims to be, but there is much he's not telling us, and much we have to fear.
Well, I've been in the line of work long enough to know that everyone has secrets, everyone has things that they keep close to their chest, and that's perfectly fine, but I can assure you that if things go south, I have her to back me up first and foremost, and I don't know, probably smarter. He'll be kept in line if it needs to be done. I don't think it will. I think that, you know, being out a little bit, enjoying the sun, maybe socializing a little, might help him change his course, you know. He spends too much time on that damn sending stone, you know? Like, it's corrupting his brain. He's going down a really weird pipeline at the moment.
It's not even like law accurate.
Argenum just grins. You really let very little change your opinion on things, huh?
Yeah, I spend a lot of my life just living one day at a time, and there have been people in my life who have taught me that it's better to just stick by your guns even when you know you're wrong than changing just because you want to make people happy.
Perhaps there is some wisdom in those words.
Oof, don't give me too much credit. Now, if
So-
you'll excuse me.
And Lara will look at Agentum.
Hmm.
May I ask some questions about the Empire?
He leans back in his chair and he starts scratching at his shoulder, and he just nods at you.
Who exactly are they, and what should we know, considering that the Brooding One is part of them, about them?
Well, I can't say that I know a lot about them. They haven't been relevant in thousands of years, but in the early days of the current era of Usanara, they were the dominant empire in all the lands. They were extremely powerful, they were great in numbers, and, as the credit Theron said, they did offer a lot of contributions to society. But they were also very hateful. They didn't like people very different from them, and they sought to claim authority over all. Even people that were different than them, they didn't seek to exterminate them, but they sought to control those people. And for hundreds of years, they were dominant. They weren't the first of civilizations, but they were the most powerful. Wherever people were free to live as they pleased, the Bezelmirians sought to take it over and enact their own harsh rules. Heck, most people that weren't even human had to suffer under very serious jobs restrictions. They had to go to bed at certain times, and not of their own well-being, just it was forced upon them. They weren't all bad, but a kingdom is often as bad as its leaders. And after several hundred years of oppression, Westershan and many other civilizations banded together and launched an assault on the Bezelmirian Empire. Through its own arrogance, the Empire began to collapse within on itself before the war ever began, but once everyone fought against them, they weren't in the same condition they once were, and they soon fell. Although, unlike Bezelmir, many of the people that fought against them were a lot more, as I understand, considerate, and rather than just wiping them out, deeming that unfair on the citizens because it was the leadership that was guilty, they were all banished. And, as we know from our companion, they were all branded, so it was very easy to tell what a Bezelmirian was, and to this day they have now found themselves the oppressed ones. Not necessarily something I agree with, for all these years later the people may be different, but it seems some of them still hold those same traditions, like the Brooding One, as you say, does. If they were to try and get back into power, they would seek to influence their authority over people yet again, and I do not believe in such things. However, I also believe in, even if some individuals associate or have beliefs with a certain group, that doesn't mean they believe in everything that group stands for, and Theron seems to have more of a heart than a Bezelmirian would stereotypically have. I just caution you in trusting him because we do not know everything about him. Heck, we don't even know his true face.
Were all Bezelmirians changelings, Warren? Was it what you said?
I wouldn't say we are, no. We are, well, I'm human, I know that. Don't know where I was born. I know I was raised in Ankara, though, on my own. You are, based on what I can pick up, definitely not human. I'm not 100% familiar with what you are, but definitely not Bezelmirian.
So the... And to look back at Agendum. So, sir, the Bezelmirians, were they all like the Brooding One? In their form?
No. From what I understand, they were human in nature. Let me word it this way. Most Bezlomirians were human, but not all humans are Bezlomirian. Yes, they were from a long time ago when there were fewer people living in this world, but the term came from the kingdom they were a part of, not from their biology. They just tended to accept only humans into their ranks. Apparently, they found enough use in Theron to keep him around despite him being so different from them. But it also explains why he chooses to take a human form so often. They probably commanded it of him, and then it became second nature to him. That's more so a question for him, but it seems most Bezlomirians were human. They were not deceptive in nature. They preferred to march up to the front gates of someone's kingdom and demand to be let in. They were more like your captain, I would argue, where they just said, this is who I am, this is what I will do, and you will not stop me. Joy, I'm gonna kill your roommate.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to as well.
You're lucky you're in a tavern where it kind of makes sense if someone's talking in the background.
Yeah, sorry.
It's just atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Helps with the mood.
Anyway, that's the end of
Yeah.
his point, so...
Yeah. Understood, sir. I will keep an eye on the brooding one then, Warren.
I would say so, yeah. Just keep an eye on him. Don't let him know you're onto him or anything like that. Just keep an eye on him and... I dread to say this, but report anything you figure out to me, okay?
Understood, Warren.
Appreciate that.
She runs off, comes
What's your-
back. Warren, he's currently reading a steamy romance novel.
Yeah.
What should Radius do?
Keep looking handsome, big guy. Yeah, just live your best life, okay? Just
Alright, can do that.
just hang out with us, and you know, whatever happens, we'll make sure that everyone's looked after. And you know, if you feel like parting ways with us, you're more than welcome to. But I like having you around. You're very, very fun.
Dradis is trying to be fun. Hey, Dradis does not intend on leaving anytime soon. He's been having lots of fun with new friends.
I'm very glad. 'Cause I've been having a lot of fun with you too. Hell yeah.
Well, not to...
Dradis is excited for the festival tomorrow. Lots of drink, lots of food, lots of good times.
Hell yeah.
Well, not to kill this mood, but speaking of departing, I've been meaning to step away from this group for a while. Nothing personal, whether you believe in that or not, but I do have a mission I need to set out on. There is some personal business I need to handle, because I am here for a reason, and know that this is not farewell, only a until we meet again kind of situation.
Well, you are free to leave as you wish, because, you know, you are you, and if you've got orders to go do something else, then I'm not going to stop you. But I will just say, I can't force tears right now. I'm sorry. Can you read my line again? Just so we can go through this and get a bit more emotional, please. But I will miss you. Truly. You're alright when you weren't having a stick up your ass.
And perhaps you're more charming than I give you credit for, although I could never have such a personality. And he stands up from the table. Give my regards to the Bezlomirian one, and tell him I hope he's better than what even he thinks he is.
You got it.
As for you, Warren, try to not piss off too many people. Only the ones that really deserve it.
That's a big ask. I'll try.
I guess I'll have to live with that. Mighty Minotaur,
Perfect.
use that strength of yours to keep your new friends safe.
Dradis will give him just a simple little salute that he's seen some other people do before, even if he doesn't really quite understand what it means.
He'll salute him back. And as
That's
he...
his hard ass in the crowd.
Yeah. And before he turns away, he does look at Lyra. And Lyra, I know you won't take an order from me. Just take these words. There's a lot more to life than just fighting. And the more you explore life, you might find other things that you wish to experience, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Incorrect, sir.
Well,
Take the advice. Don't be such a stick in the mud.
tell you what, just keep that incorrect thought with you for a while, and perhaps it will aid you in a combat you find yourself in. Think of it like that.
I will try, sir.
All right. Well, when my mission is done, I will return to all of you, and though I may miss out on the festival, perhaps we will have a more exciting time together. Until then, try not to break any more laws, though I know you're not going to listen to me. He says this, he mumbles off and walks off, so...
No, don't leave. Oh, no.
He had so much character development, oh my god.
Oh, I'm so heartbroken. Oh, he's leaving, and as he like turns and leaves, I'm just gonna look at Lyra, dead in the eyes.
Who was that?
No! No! Stop it! You dick!
You will never escape.
I mean, yes, but no, I'm so sick of these bits I have to be a part of. I'm gonna hack into the fatherless server and just delete it so you guys can't influence each other so negatively anymore. Then I'm gonna force you to use my server and impose too many restrictions, and I'll become the Bezlemirian Empire.
Don't worry, it's cool. We got the Second Empire anyway. We got the nest still around somewhere.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh. That's what you get, Reno. You get reduced to who was that character?
I think
Pretty
I would
happy.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I
I think
think
he'd
he
appreciate
would.
that
That's
exit.
the sad part.
It's part of the bid, so.
He loves the bit. Roommate's gonna die, and I'm like, who was that? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, once it's just Dradius, Lyra, and Warren. Warren's just gonna sit there and, you know, on a table, I'm gonna cast Silent Image as I just idly make like this shimmering emerald colorized figure of an elven woman, and like, you know, about the size of like maybe a little taller than what a shot glass would be.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like once like, you know, she's been materialized, like Warren's like, you know, with his fingers like on the table, like almost make it like the finger, like the finger like position, like, well, like kind of treat it like legs, as if he, like the hand was dancing with the little shimmering image of this elven woman. And whilst doing that, he'd look over at Lyra and be like, "Don't suppose you give me a drink, could you? Please."
I can, Warren, but I recommend getting rid of any distractions, and she'll walk away towards the bar to get him a drink.
Damn, told him he can't grieve right now. That's brutal in an unintentional way.
Yeah, she does that. It happens.
Womp womp.
What?
Yeah, Lara will get him a drink. And then put it on the table. How much is the drink? How much is the?
For like some ale or something like that.
Yeah.
This is a less classy place, so we're just gonna say 3 copper pieces.
3 copper pieces. I don't have a copper, so
You can give him a silver and get change.
that works okay. Yes, then I'll give him a silver, and I'll get, what is that, 70 copper
Yeah,
back? I
you
think?
get 7. Did you just say 70?
Because 1 copper is. Oh no, sorry, that's gold. My bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what
no,
I do
1
with-
silver and
Yeah,
you will
yeah.
get 7 copper back. don't start getting
My
more
bad.
money out of nowhere.
My bad.
I'm sorry, sir. I appear to have randomly robbed you. I didn't mean to.
Whoops. What are you gonna do about it? Fight me?
Strength and strike. Here we go. I'm not even gonna move.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so she'll get an ale, put it on the table.
How much did that
It's-
cost you?
3 copper, Warren.
It would have been so much funnier if you said an arm and then a leg.
An arm and an
An arm
eye.
and an
Yeah. She doesn't make jokes.
Just
Yeah.
double check. I just double check with you, Julian. Lyra's like coin purse bag thing is like on her hip, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Warren's gonna like open it and just like dump 3 copper in it.
You know what? That works.
Like if he tries to give it to her, she's gonna be really confused. It's just like, no, just take the fucking money.
But this is what I gave away. Why do I need it back? Yeah.
Is the figure still on the table?
Yep, it's still just doing its own little dancey thing, like almost like a borderline very ballerina-esque with its movements. And like, you know, Warren's gonna take a sip of his drink while he just kind of watches it.
Yeah, Dradis is like also staring at it, very mesmerized by the magic.
Yeah, I'm trying to like, ooh. Is there a reason, Warren, why she's here?
I'm a sentimental kid, you know that. You might not think much of it, but it's been a couple weeks now. It's been less than a month. And I don't know, with every day I feel like I worry I might remember her less and less. So I like to see her as much as I can.
Remembering her less would mean you can focus more, Warren.
Maybe if my mission was the same as yours, kid, but our missions are completely different. Your mission is to protect me, and I appreciate that. But my mission is to get her back and to burn down every single fucking thing that Stryker and Urukti have built up.
Looking at her here is not gonna help you find her, Warren.
You'd think that, but looking at her here, it might not point me in the direction that she's in, but do you know what it will do?
What, Warren?
It's going to fuel me with the anger, the frustration, and the rage that I need to keep pushing. It's going to be what reminds me of just how much I need to do for her. It might not be as clear as a map, but where you feel emotions might hold someone back, emotions like love, anger, hatred can truly motivate and drive some people, and that's what this is doing. They took my wife, and not just my wife. They took almost everything from me, kid. So I need to remember. I need to fight for her.
You see, like, Lyra just turn her head away, and go back into, like, guard mode, pretty much. Just, you know, looking around the tavern, but having her body turned away from the figure specifically.
Damn, no understood.
The silent treatment, it hurts.
Dradius, what are you thinking about while this is going on?
Yeah, Tradius was on the other side listening to all of it. He's like, ooh, spinny, what?
I was gonna say if the magic figure is still there, he would have still been engrossed with that probably.
His pupils are dilated. He has no idea what's going
Yeah.
on. Okay.
It's like that fucking image of like Winnie the Pooh looking wide-eyed at like the honey that's dripping. It's just that, but it's just Dradius looking at this like elven ballerina that's like miniaturized on a table. But yeah, that's what Warren will just spend his time watching as he drinks his ale.
Okay.
And he's just gonna really take his time.
Well, if that's all we got, I guess after some time, everyone would go sleepy bye.
Yes.
No, pretty much. No. No.
And we would eventually find ourselves long resting. Hmm?
And
No.
and
Yo, calm down. I need you to calm down.
And we're gonna
Stop that.
we're gonna cut away of this to go do something
Don't
else.
fucking edge me like that. Give me what I need.
Wait,
So-
what are we doing?
Middle of the
What are
night,
we doing?
off in the alleyways of the city when it's like pitch black outside. All the lights are around gone.
Farron went outside.
Argenum is currently doing his rounds, thinking about his mission and where he needs to be. He finally sees what he's looking for, because he sees them discussing things, talking about the places that they have destroyed, the people they have taken. And he draws his blade, and he calls out to them, and he begins to charge. And as these figures are taken off guard, using his divine smite, he slays them one by one, taking them down. And once all 5 bodies are at his feet and he is worn the fuck out after this intense fight, as the only one left standing, he puts his sword back and he shrugs his shoulders, struggling with some sort of discomfort he has. And that's when the blow comes to the back of his head. His metal armor is dragged away into the night.
Oh fuck.
Well, not our problem.
No. It is now the next day. And you all
It's festival
awaken.
time, guys. Yeah. Happy fun festival time.
Yeah.
Well, potentially. Probably. Maybe.
We'll see.
Well, you all, as you slowly start to get blinded by the light from outside and have to awaken, you hear explosions in the distance.
Yeah,
Firework kinds or violent
Probably.
kinds?
I don't know. You don't know. What are you gonna do when you hear these
I
sounds?
Doesn't matter to
probably tell
Gerardius.
the difference, right?
Or run to the window and look outside.
All right, looking outside, you see giant explosions of red and blue and green sparkles and puffs of smoke going. Not like right on the ground in a garbage can, but in the sky.
Is there
And
anyone I
yeah.
had, man? Sorry.
There are flags now attached to almost every building with the insignia of the city on them as they blow in the distance. There's already loads of people in the streets as the Festival of Legacy begins.
Warren is going to draw
Hooray.
the curtains with his mage hand, and he's going to cuddle up to it like, 5 more minutes.
However,
No.
there is something else going on.
Oh.
Because as you all awaken,
Calm the
Me
fuck
when
down.
someone's preparing to throw a tennis ball, what the fuck?
He's holding it in front of me like I am a dog.
as you take in the breath of the morning, and you ready yourselves for another day, and the experience you've gained throughout life culminates
Stop edging
within
me,
you.
please.
And as you think about all that you have left to
Oh my
experience in this world, you feel something.
What do I feel, King? Tell me.
What do we feel?
The first thing you feel is a little gas, because, you know, the body, like, relaxes itself at night, and you have to let it out, you know, you have to refresh yourselves and everything. But then you feel a bit of hunger, because it's the next day. And who wouldn't be hungry at the start of the next day? So, you know.
Yeah.
The most important thing you feel is anticipation for today's events at the Festival of Legacy. And you're so excited that you all level up.
Man, I really thought you weren't gonna give it to us.
I know that. Yeah. You got so excited. I'm like, I gotta drag this out as long as possible now. So
Wait,
Are we actually leveling up? I really didn't
Apparently.
think we were.
Well, you are all
Oh,
level
I know.
4 now, so I assume you leveled up. So yeah.
Do we have to? That's a bit early.
Sketchy.
I mean,
I'll
you can
kill
say
you.
level 3
Shut
if
the
you
fuck
want.
up. If you want to say level 3,
If you
by
want
all
to
means,
stay
I
go
want
for
my
ahead.
level.
great weapon master, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, because now we get to do the exciting thing is where I really quickly have you all roll your HP die. So.
Yes,
Oh, for
sir.
fuck's sake, no!
Julian.
Here we go, baby.
So, we're gonna go.
Let's go.
Hang on, we're gonna go down the list, but I'm gonna make Hawk go last because I think it's funny.
That's insane.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
getting
that'll
it.
be great.
So, Dradius, please roll your hit point die. What level are you taking? I assume you're taking Barbarian.
Of course, yes.
So roll us that D12. Remember, you
will.
reroll ones. So.
Yep, I got a 5.
Okay.
Okay, not bad.
Add that
bad.
to your
Not bad, not
manual
bad.
rolled.
Will
All right.
Will do.
Skipping the funny one. Sketchy for Theron. Roll. What die are you rolling for us today?
I am rolling a. It's. I think maybe it's D10 for fighter now.
Yeah, D10 is
Yes,
a fighter.
D10. So roll that
Yeah.
D10. What'd you get?
We're getting a 7.
Nice.
Damn! Everyone's rolling so good
Nice,
with
let's
it.
go.
Warren, what kind of die you rolling for us today? D8?
Alright, it's a D8, baby, because I'm
Alright.
still bard. I'm going full bard, and that's a fucking 1!
All right, reroll one.
you can reroll it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you reroll.
Yeah,
You,
fine,
you
you're
can't
fine.
roll one.
Way! I got back to you.
Now you got an 8.
I got an 8.
All right,
That's awesome.
Hawk. It is your opportunity as Lyra to roll anything better than a 2 to see if you can break that. You've rolled it 3
Got
times.
this, man. I believe
2
you.
times, I think. Yeah.
Twice so far, but you rolled like ones too. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what
No,
do
I'm
we get?
I'm using a different die.
Okay, D10.
So
That would
Here
be
we go.
here's to hoping.
No, what'd you get?
No way.
No.
What'd you get?
It's not quite as bad. It's a 3.
Oh,
Alright,
that's an improvement.
that's better.
That's an improvement.
That is in fact an improvement.
You get 3 more rolled HP on top of your con modifier. Bro, you should have just put your highest rolled score in con, I think. So
At
that
this
was
point.
Honestly.
Cool. So what are y'all's HP at?
54.
Damn.
Alright, baby. So I get what is it? So yeah, because I get
Yeah.
plus 8 from Constitution, plus 8 from Tough.
Mm-hmm.
damn.
Oh, that would do it.
Yeah.
that will
What
do
about
it.
you, Farron and Warren? What do you guys have?
So 54,
HP wise?
38,
38. Mm-hmm.
37.
37.
Damn. Well, I'm at 29.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Has not gotten out of the 20 HP bracket yet, so.
That's so fucking funny.
That's insane. I, however, thanks to Great Weapon Master, I've got my 20 strength. I do not care. Everything will die before it touches me.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. So everyone leveled up, got your new features, and you are ready to start the next day.
Well, at the start of the day, as is tradition, Lyra will wait in front of Warren's room until he's getting up and whatever. And once he leaves this room, she'd ask him, "What is the mission for today, Warren? If there is any."
Well, kid, we have got the best mission ahead of us, right? And do you know what that is?
What is it,
We are
Warren?
going to spend our day at a festival, right? Now, I know that this word might seem very daunting, scary. It might not have much meaning to you because, you know, fun is not currently within your repertoire of skills. But we are going to have some rest and relaxation. This is... I know what it is.
Come to
It's-
ground control. Sorry.
It's training, but for your emotions and your headspace. Okay? We're going to take a step back from the weapon mentality, and we're going to spend today with you training to blend in with your surroundings by acting like a normal person.
I assume this means there is no fighting or other actions planned for today, Warren?
Unless I say otherwise, we will not be fighting, but keep your weapon on standby just in case, okay?
I will return shortly then, and she'll go back into her room for a few minutes.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening.
I have something.
happening?
Oh,
Ladies
I've
and
got
gentlemen,
something.
it's happening.
I've got something that nobody of you actually.
Yeah.
Not even. I don't even think King knows about this.
I think I know, or you told me.
Maybe
about it.
I
don't
forgot
think
if I forgot if I told you or not.
I think yeah, well, you told me. Yes, I don't know if I've seen anything, but I know you told
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah. Let me get all my. Oh yeah. I don't know. Would Warren wait upstairs or would we wait downstairs with everyone else?
Yeah, Warren would wait upstairs for her.
Upstairs. Okay. Well then, Warren. After a couple of minutes, you will see Lyra walk out of her room, but she looks different. She looks like you've never seen her before.
way.
She
Oh.
is, and I have an image from this. I'll put it in D&D.
Yeah, I was literally, as she was saying that, I was like, where's the D&D chat?
Yeah,
Because there's no way this motherfucker hasn't commissioned shit.
of course.
I will
opened
quickly
it to
describe
you.
it. I will describe it first before I send the image in, because the description is semi-important. So Warren, you see Lyra walk out of her room, and you see her come out in a dark blue dress with a white apron over it. She's got long white
Aw.
boots. Her sword is in a sheath on her right side. She still has the crystal leaf pin attached to the dress at pretty much the same position as she has with her normal armor. And she's also wearing gloves that hide her metallic arm entirely, as well as like black thighs. And the dress has some details on it in a hazelnut color that turn almost purely black given the right lighting conditions. And here is the image for that.
Oh,
No
that's
way.
That's so
Violet.
sick.
Violet Evergarden, what the hell?
I saw it fit on Twitter. I was like, okay, I'm getting Lyra drawn in this.
That
What
goes
happens
so
if I
hard.
do this? Does this
Yeah,
work?
he drew that. He drew
Aha!
that.
I can make it work.
Holy bingo. No way!
Yeah, there we
Attack on
go.
Titan.
Well,
No
just
way.
so the viewing audience can see it as well. Great, now I'm
Hell yeah.
attracted to Lyra. Fuck! Alright.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. She's very cute though.
Yeah.
I love
Shout
the
out Pinkus. Shout out Pinkus.
Shout out Pinkus in the chat.
Shut up, Pinkus.
We love Pinkus.
Well,
Sketchy doesn't love Pinkus.
Fire.
that's better. Thank you.
And then oh yeah, she also still has the little Daisy in her head.
Nice
and
to
then
see.
Daisy.
God.
Daisy. Yeah, I want to play Daisy. Yeah, but as she walks out, she'll walk towards you and say, "I'm ready for the day, Warren."
Like Warren is like, you know, he's a bit like shocked. Like, you know, he's just kind of like looking at her, like, you know, trying to process what he's seeing, like wondering if it's like kind of like an illusion of some kind. Because there's no way, shape, or form
No witty
that
comment
the
for
Lyra
this.
that he knows would like ever wear anything that wasn't designed to have blood splattered on it. And like there's a moment where, like, you know, he goes to talk, and like, you know, he's like clearly trying to process what he's seeing, but he's very confused. Like, okay, well, first of all, you look wonderful. Okay. Second of all, when did you get this?
The captain I bought it last month, Warren.
I might have to congratulate him for having good taste before I kill him. That's a really nice. You look great. Okay, like, I think that you can have a nice time today. Okay.
It is supposed to look sharp, Warren.
Sharp's a word I'd use. Yeah. I also think that elegant, pretty are also very, very fitting words.
Then it fulfills its purpose.
I'm very glad, as long as it fulfills its purpose in your eyes. Now, let's go
Aye.
see what the others are doing.
I know he wouldn't say that, but
True. Yeah.
King is a dick.
Yes. Let's go see where the others are, and then we'll make our way to the festival, because I'm very curious about what kind of stuff they've got there.
I'll be right behind you, Warren.
Warren will head downstairs.
Downstairs moment.
Oh,
Taking the
loading
steps.
screen.
Yeah.
Loading screen.
Tip: if you keep saying "Who was that?" every time someone leaves a situation, the DM might start punishing you. And then the
Tip.
bar,
I'm gonna
and then the
ignore
bar
those
loads.
guys.
The bar loads. So.
Fucking Bethesda games, bro. Typical. Once downstairs, I'm gonna have a look around. Who else do I see at the bar?
You see, you see a Minotaur pre-gaming, I assume, for the day.
Actually, Dradius has not come downstairs yet.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I thought he'd be the
I'm
first one
scared
up.
of the explosions, like a little dog.
Like, you say that, I just imagine, like, him huddled up on, like, his bed, like, covering his head. But, like, the bed is, like, awkwardly, like, pressed at, like, a 45-degree angle against the wall because he can't fit under it properly because of how fucking big he is.
Well,
I just say that's exactly how I was going to describe it.
you ruined the
That's
moment.
literally how I was going to describe it.
But we can pretend like we didn't hear Kieran speak, which,
Yes,
I mean...
which
most
is
of us
very
did.
easy because a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Theron, are you downstairs yet or no?
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm downstairs already.
All right, so the two of you see the brooding one.
I don't want to socialize with him alone.
I'm with you,
Would you
Warren.
rather? Are you in earshot?
No, but you could, like, if you were to look over at the stairs, you'd see, like, this almost disgusted, distressed look on Warren's face.
Just
It's like, oh, I don't want to go over there.
It's too early for this.
Yeah.
Warren's gonna make, like, a gesture where it's just, he's gonna hold up, like, he's gonna, like, he's gonna summon, like, Theron over and be like, come over here. Just, come on.
Darren's just gonna take a sip of his coffee. Just watching this just strange display.
King, how far away is he from me?
Based on where he,
Mage hand. Let's hear the mage hands.
about 20 feet or so.
20 feet? Okay. I will take 10 steps closer then. And then I'm going to... Where is it? Yep. I'm going to then use prestidigitation to make his coffee cold before I walk upstairs again.
Oh,
God.
in an instant, the warm steam coming off the nice cup, you had one tasty sip of it, and then the steam just stops flowing from it. That's cruel. That's like the meanest thing you've done this whole game so
And then
far.
as I'm heading up the stairs, I'm going to look over and I'm like, come help me get the fucking Minotaur and I'll heat it back up again.
There's a guy downstairs who's just like, is that a reference to something?
I think I'd rather just get myself another coffee, Warren.
Typical. Like,
Yeah.
difficult people around here, bro. I hate it.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like Lyra. She's the only one I can rely on. And the Minotaur. I like him too. But you? Got my eye on you, chump. And I'm like, Warren's gonna keep going upstairs.
That will follow.
That's
We're
a
gonna
damn
go.
shame.
We're gonna go check on Dradius.
Okay. I mean, his door's closed, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna knock. Just be like, buddy, you in there?
Warren, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. You okay?
Dradius heard a loud explosion this morning. It scared him. Is everything okay? Is the city okay?
Yeah, the city's okay. Everyone's just partying, buddy. And like, did it scare you? Are you okay? Can I come in?
No, Dradius not scared of anything. It's fine. Just resting eyes. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come in because you don't sound like you're resting, buddy. Are you decent?
Don't come in.
Are loincloths on, buddy? I'm coming in.
I'd also point out he doesn't know how to lock a door, so you can just open it, so...
Warren just like turns to like the doorknob. And
The camera
walks
pans to
in.
his terrified face to the door, ever slowly opening more and more.
Warren like walks in and like looks at whatever the fuck he's seeing.
hang on a second. As this door starts opening, we get
some
really
combat.
serious. Yeah. Dradius, it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, I got Great Weapon Master now, so I'm kidding. I'm not.
Oh gosh, yeah. I killed Warren so he cannot see my nude.
It is the exact scene that Kira described earlier of just hiding under the bed with the bed like actually like at a 45 like over his like it barely covers like half of his body even like he couldn't even fit like his entire self under the bed.
Like in my mind, I just like envision like the bed barely covering like up to like his rib cage, like you get like lower half of the torso, minotaur butt and legs.
Exactly. His tail's just not moving.
You okay, buddy? You stuck, or are you just looking for loose change?
Look, just do not tell anyone about this, okay?
Can I tell Lyra?
Lyra's standing next to you. She's seeing everything.
For the first time ever, her one eye is in shock because of Minotaur genitalia. Is that a weapon?
Looks pretty big. Can I try swinging that around?
Cover up like one eye with his hand. Look away, child. It's too indignant for you.
You're killing me. Oh.
Holy.
Oh.
So
Does that work?
funny.
Does that work with Great Weapons Master?
Oh my god.
Does that count as a heavy weapon? Surely, right?
It works with
Sure,
Savage
sure.
Attacker, that's for sure.
Oh, I do have that. Hell yeah. Come here.
How dare you say come here?
No.
I am trying not to.
Insane.
It's funny enough, it's the only heavy weapon that has the thrown property, if you get my meaning.
Wow. Insane.
Oh, it's a bludgeoning weapon. Okay.
God.
Catch him after a night out, and it might have poison to it as well. It's insane.
So you are telling Dradius explosions are not a bad thing?
These ones are not bad things. No, I can promise you that. From what I can tell, based on what I'm seeing outside, this is just the festival. Those are what we call fireworks.
Fireworks.
More go off.
Yes.
Of course fireworks. Why wouldn't it?
He scoots a little further under after those go off.
Yeah.
No, buddy. Like, okay. I can promise you that these loud explosions will not hurt you. Because if they do, I will take care of you, okay?
Sure.
Yes, I'm very sure. Now, please put your balls away. I can only keep Lyra's eye covered for so long. She's going to get curious.
Her head
Okay.
very slightly starts moving.
Leaning over. Your hand has to
Alright,
keep
just-
moving.
Yeah, Warren's like doing his absolute best, like, you know, just keep his hand over her eye no matter where she moves to the best of his ability.
Alright, just give Dradius a moment.
Okay, just... We'll leave the door open so you can't hide under the bed again, okay?
Okay.
And then Warren's like, you know, with his free hand, he's gonna turn Lyra around, he's gonna push her out the room carefully, but okay, let's go. Let's give him privacy.
Good, because he
Oh,
turned
that's
around
right.
and bent over,
Warren.
so.
Dradius will get in, will get changed, and he will head out, looking a little skittish, but just following Warren and Lyra down to the tavern portion of the building.
Alright, now, just double checking. Did Theron grab a second cup of coffee and is the first one still on the table?
Yes.
Yes to both, or just yes to one of them? Which one?
Yes to whatever. Yes to both then.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to take the first cup of coffee, and I'm going to use prestidigitation to heat it back up again. I'm just going to take a sip. So, I take it we're all going into the festival today. The big man's a little skittish, so we're going to need to hold his hand a little bit. Right? big
I
man?
told you not to tell anyone.
It's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed of or afraid of. It's okay. I get scared sometimes. What
Dradius does
scares
not
me?
get scared. He is strong Minotaur.
Yes, and I am a strong musician, but you know what scares me?
What?
What scares me is like pirates, but like
Oh,
pirates that
wow.
look like clowns, you know?
What is this? What are these pirates that look like clowns? I'm not familiar with either of these terms.
Exactly.
Like
they're
Yakuza?
terrifying.
It is so
I'm gonna shoot him with a cannon at this point.
It's not a reference, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like genuinely, people who ride on big boats, who look to steal other people's stuff, who wear eye patches, like her, but not her, but who are also dressed up in clown makeup. Terrifying. Like, no one should be that funny and deadly at the same time, unless they're me.
Is this One Piece now?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
so.
Oh, okay. Bro's going full
That
bug.
seems oddly specific.
Yeah.
That's why I'm terrified of it, because nothing should be like that. It's too oddly specific.
I will have to take your word for it.
Theron's afraid of the sun.
Now that I believe.
And Lyra's afraid of,
Feeling.
you ever heard of smiling? Yeah, she's afraid of that. Doesn't do it very often.
That I also believe.
I've seen her carry around a decapitated head more than I have seen her smile, and I think that's really concerning.
All right, well, Dradis is actually going to order breakfast first and foremost because he is very starving.
Oh, yes, of course.
But then after he gets some breakfast, what is planned for today? What does one do at these festivals?
Well, typically, festivals can be filled with an assortment of stuff, whether it be entertainment, games, food, activities. There's plenty of stuff to do, but I actually don't know what they do at this specific festival, so we might actually have to go and see what's on the agenda through whatever bulletin board they've got, like, hoisted up somewhere, which I think would be really cool. I think that it would be worth having a look, and we can just spend, like, today just having a look around, seeing what kind of stuff really catches our eye, and just going from there.
All right. I suppose we follow your lead then.
I guess we do, unfortunately. Lyra, whilst the big man's eating, feel free to take a seat. Like, you know, I don't want you standing up all day, especially, like, you know, if we're going to be walking around all day as well.
If I stand, I can protect you better, Warren.
I also believe you could protect me very easily from a sitting position. I've seen you wield that sword.
Understood. And she'll sit down specifically, like, in a position where she can see as much of Farron as possible. And during the entire day, she'll also keep, like, not super obvious, but she'll keep, like, an extra watch over Farron. Just as an FYI.
So, Theron, throughout the day, you feel like someone's watching you. You're not quite sure where it's coming from, but...
And for once, it doesn't feel like it's just Warren staring at you. It's very curious.
Yeah, instead of two eyes, it feels like there's three eyes looking at you throughout the day.
It must be a beholder.
Yeah.
They have one eye, but that doesn't matter.
But yeah, I was going to say rather wait until, like, you know, Dradius is done with his food.
Yeah, we can just say that.
Yep.
Okay,
Whenever
now
we're
he's
ready
done
to
with his
go.
food.
Go.
Great. All right.
No, you
so-
roleplay
So-
through it. I want to hear you chewing, and I want to have that be happening in real
I want you
time.
chewing in character, and I want to hear the effort that Dradius has to go through to eat stuff.
It's like you call it effort, but it's really not effort when you have a mouth that fucking big. It's more just like how quickly can he put it down.
How much can he swallow in a single gulp? That's the real question.
Gotta have
find
them
out.
puffs. Woo! All right. Well, then, after some time and some awkward role-playing, he eats all the food, and you guys are gonna, I assume, head out and see what the goings-on are, right?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Warren's leading the way. He wants to see what this festival's all about.
All right. Most sections and even nearby villages of the kingdom, especially the capital, where all the events take place, are decorated with small, colorful flags bearing the symbol of House Ezenar. It's the name of the royal family. The streets are cleaned and have been, you saw, even being cleaned days prior, and people have been dressed up in their most festive outfits when it finally arrives. Most of the shops nearby are closed except for taverns and inns in Onedbur, which are full of locals, numerous visitors from the countryside, and many of the neighboring countries like Dryal, city-states, and such like that. The streets are crowded with people who wander around the city following the event locations opening up one after another. Most major roads of the city become dotted with small tents and stalls of vendors who sell food, toys, clothes, jewelry, and many other handcrafted products. Posters outline the 8 events to come with small maps of Onedbur marking their timing and locations. The High Speaker of the Minaret also announces each event an hour before it starts. As you hear on these large, round metal things that are throughout the city, they have a faint magical glow to them, and you hear a voice booming from them. Ladies and gentlemen, the festival is about to be underway, way, and it seems to echo throughout the entirety of the city. I am your host for these proceedings, your High Speaker. And we got a bootyful amount of exciting events to get through today, culminating with the incredible tournament, the Battle of Champions, in which His Highness King Azanar himself will be a participant. Woo, yeah.
I want to do that one, Warren.
You know what? We'll definitely have to have a look into that. Could you imagine if I had like a few of these fucking glowing things? Like, I think I would be amazing.
You would most likely drive everybody insane.
I think you might be right, but that's the fun of it, you know?
Be sure to attend the beautiful stalls and food offerings that locals are bringing in to share with all newcomers and other locals. Locals.
Dradis would have picked up at least like 3 different types of food from every like stall they passed by, for sure.
The first few of our new games and exciting prizes to be won will be opening shortly, but first, make way for the royal procession! Session!
Fucking hate royals.
And you hear some as like a full-on like band starts marching through, bashing drums, people playing horns, and marching along the way is the royal procession. A couple of gondolas being carried by several subjects. One housing the large, big-nosed, beady-eyed Princess Afina. She even has her title above her gondola for some reason. And then there's also King Waldron Azanar and Queen Lysenia, as they very softly wave at everyone. The crowd seems to really like the king and queen as they cheer for him. Azanar! Azanar! All hail His Majesty! Thank you for another great year, sir! And yeah,
Why is it we are looking at these people again?
I don't know, I don't care. Not my royalty, not my problem. But we should be polite.
Just telling you what's going on, okay? Calm yourselves.
Dradis just waves one of his turkey legs at them.
The queen looks like the princess looks disgusted, and the queen just kind of like chuckles. So.
Hell yeah, that queen's awesome. I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
All right. Well, there are, after they come and go and they patrol the city for a while, everything starts really opening up. There are plenty of stalls with food, and most of it is quite complimentary. Within reason, you can't just take all of it, but you do get a bit of a plate that they offer to each person coming by, should they want
Hell
it.
yeah.
There are, beautiful buzzard burgers and various legs of various creatures in roasted meat form with various fine sauces of garlic and butters draped upon them. You can get fresh-made baked goods, some with heavy cream and frosting atop them, others just, soft and sweet, and some seasoned. And then the best kinds of booze you can get around, from the strong to the weak to the fruity to the to the bitter. Any which thing you wish to partake in, you are free to do so. If you guys want to just take a while to just enjoy that. Within the next hour or so, as the sun starts to rise more and more and fully get the day started, that is when all the games will become available to you. So what's going on through your minds? What are you seeing? What are you experiencing right now?
Warren is currently buzzing, he is practically just vibrating with excitement as he's witnessing all of this. He is walking along with Dradius, probably picking at food with the big man, while they practically
Dradis has got both of his arms just full of mugs of ale and different types of food. He's he can't decide, and he can't commit to one single thing, so he just has to pick up one of everything.
A little of everything.
Yeah, Warren is unfortunately not able to carry that much, so he's got himself a plate of sauce that he's just kind of picking at bits on different sauces, kind of throwing onto his plate, whilst he's got a tankard of ale in his upper hand. He's got like it's like a bit sweeter, and he's just enjoying it as like they walk around and just like kind of soak in the festivities.
Okay.
Yeah, Lyra's,
yeah, Lyra, go ahead. I didn't know if you'd have
Farron can
anything
go
to
first.
contribute. No, I was only gonna. I feel like you'd be like, yeah, Lyra doesn't care. So.
Yeah, no, Lyra's like, due to the amount of people, she'd like be a little bit closer to Warren than usual in a way, and like, while she does try to keep an eye on Farron during all of this, her focus mostly lies on the people that are close nearby Warren and could potentially pose any, danger. But she is a little closer to Warren than usual. That's everything.
Okay.
Hell
How
yeah.
is Farron doing? Unless
How does
Gachi
it
doesn't
feel,
like
Farron?
us.
What? Sorry, what?
Oh,
Theron is doing. Well, he's mostly just kind of looking around the crowd. Again, sort of. Yeah, I have no idea.
Bro was not paying
Say,
attention.
bro was
This
not
is-
prepared.
This is too much positive energy for me. I cannot handle it. I must brood in a darker area.
Yeah, something like that. Something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, as you guys explore and enjoy a hearty amount of food, all of it is very high quality. Some of the meat is so fresh it just comes right off the bone. The various savory sensations you get to experience. A couple of you getting a little tipsy from the various booze that you get to try. Some of them being
By couple, you mean literally me and Warren.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Theron may have one drink, but he won't get buzzed, so. And yeah, you can just enjoy just everyone around seems very happy. There's people who are new, some people who are locals, and they're all just getting along together. It's all very, very positive, a very happy atmosphere. Most kingdoms, even when they have events like this, they're not this busy, this crowded, but everything moving so seamlessly. Even the soldiers are like, as they keep their weapons at their side and watching around, they're still like, a couple of them have like plates in hand and they're eating or they're waving at little kids, and trying to like keep up the positive atmosphere. It seems just like a true celebration of the city and its legacy. So,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
so, eventually, though, as a couple hours pass and you all satiate yourselves this fine morning, comes the time where the various games in the different sections of the city open up, and any and all are welcome to take part. I assume this is what you were all waiting for, so...
Yeah, let's get some game, baby.
So, I'll give you a list. I kind of have to go through them here anyway. There's a handful of them. They're all, like, starting up, and they have rounds where they take place every, hour or so. So you can always, you don't have to do all of them, of course, but you can tell me which ones you might be interested in. So I already know there's going to be yeses to this one. There is the Battle of the Tipsy Tunes.
Yeah.
So,
What is that? That sounds awesome.
So, I don't know if you want to just start writing them down or you want me, because I don't have them all, like, labeled, but...
I'll write them down.
Okay.
Battle of Tipsy Tunes, yeah.
Okay. There is, you can just see this on, like, a poster somewhere. There is the Nimble Eagle game.
Nimble Eagle game,
There are the Merfolk Lumberjacks.
Okay.
The
Just
greasy
counterintuitive.
the greasy pole.
Greasy pole, yeah.
There
My
is
wife used to call it.
there is Master of the Wild,
Yeah.
Giant's Board.
Mm-hmm.
There is the Leap of Death,
Jesus, okay.
It's awesome.
and I believe that is currently it. And then there's also like supposedly the Mystical Riddles, but that isn't open yet. So
Alright, I'll put it in chat so that everyone has them for access. There you go.
so those are the
Alright.
current names of the games going on in this here festival.
Okay. That's a nice list. So what is the Battle of the Tipsy Tunes?
That's actually one of the ones that's closer to you guys. It is actually right over here by the giant statue. So if you make your way over,
hell yeah.
there's a big rule sheet. There's people overseeing it. This game takes place in the late morning on the Dragon Plaza in front of the bronze statue of King Daros Azinar and the Foul Dragon, both which are decorated with colorful little flags and ribbons this day. Next to the statue stands a huge, open-sided, big-top tent made out of separate, long strips of brightly colored textures and tiles, surrounded by colorfully painted long benches. Eventually, there is like a man on like a wooden box. He wears like a tall top hat and like a coat that is striped and colorful. Welcome to the Battle of the Tipsy Tunes! The first prize is a magic scroll of the instant tent spell, which was also used to create this very tent right here. Haha. Sponsored by the Emporium of Marvelous Rarities.
Boo!
What's that about?
I
Look,
don't like ad reads.
look, we needed the financing, all right? And there is a large like
Finance and bitches.
poster that really there is a large poster that has the rules of the game on it.
What do the rules say?
So anyone can participate in the contest if they pay an entry fee of 3 silver pieces.
Okay.
Each contestant takes turns performing for up to 5 minutes, measured by a large hourglass in front of the crowd of judges, and each contestant must participate in 3 separate rounds to win. These rounds of performances each take a maximum of 30 minutes altogether. In each round, every contestant must, you must make a performance skill check. You must entertain people with a musical instrument either of your choice or that is available to you, and you gain points in the competition. And you can gain bonus points and such. The performer with the most points at the end of the 3rd round wins the competition and is awarded the prize. In case of a tie, extra rounds of performances are held if necessary. At the start of each round, each contestant must drink a large glass of spirited leaf wine. A distilled version of a herbal brew. Each, hang on. Yeah, they're double shots, and each one will require a saving throw, etc., etc. If you don't do well, you'll get really drunk really quickly, and so you basically have to drunkenly perform instruments. So
Love that.
Nice. That's awesome.
there's already some people that are signing up, it looks like. And there's 2 people there that are already ready to compete, and they're just waiting for more people to engage with them. So.
Oh, damn, it really sucks that like no one in this party can play like an instrument or
Yeah, it's unlucky.
participate.
Okay.
Anyway,
Alright, brothers, we'll
I-
find out.
Alright guys, I guess I'll have to humbly step up for the party. Let me just and Warren will adjust his belt.
Can we do it?
But of
Sounds
course!
horrendous. That sounds
All right.
horrendous.
Alright, Warren, you and me. Let's do it.
Can I also sign myself up alone, please?
There's no competing together. It's just whoever wins wins. So feel free to just sign yourselves in.
I'm a very prideful man beneath the surface. Yeah,
Yes.
Warren would sign up.
Okay. Begins in just a few short minutes. You 2 can go and take a spot. There's like a large red carpeting where there is a half-orc male and a lady human, and they appear to be waiting for it to start as well. So.
Hell yeah.
You guys
Love
can head on over. The half orc kind of like gets himself all. He's very finely dressed, and he's like, Lord Duval Nightingale at your service. You best mind yourselves on that drink, for few are far in between my musical expertise.
Love the confidence. Hell yeah.
And the human woman is just like, Hi, I'm Gertruda. I just hope people don't laugh at me.
You and me both. But I believe in us. I think you'll do great.
Have you been playing long?
I'd say so. I've been playing since I was a young'un, ever since, I think I actually remember playing my first notes before learning my first words.
Nerd.
Just Lyra in the crowd hits a bit.
Someone's like, whose child is this? Like,
What child is this?
wow, you must be really talented. I don't think I'm gonna stand much of a chance then.
Believe me, you have more of a chance than anybody at this rate. I'm very rusty. Still a bit stiff. Being dead takes a toll on someone's talents, it's really quite odd.
Well, with the husband out fighting in battles and such, I had some time to learn this. And she pulls her wooden guitar in front of herself. I just hope it goes well. But
fan of the strings as well. Yeah, same. Then he'll present his lute to her.
Oh, perhaps someday we'll perform a duet together.
I am happily married.
So is she. She said husband.
That's a crazy fucking bro. This is why you're single.
She just kind of like, she looks at you, to the Minotaur, to the half-orc, and then back at you, and she's like, congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know. And then she doesn't want to embarrass you, and she gets like close. She's like, I meant as like friends, right?
I'm gonna be very real with you. I'm dreadful at reading the room.
Oh.
I'm shitting myself. Like this crowd here.
Yeah, that a lot of people like to hear. Well, don't worry, I don't mind such a crowd. Lord Derval will be very confidently winning this thing, even with a little booze in the belly. What about you, big fella? What do you play?
Radius is considered instrument of mass destruction.
On the microphone, or...?
I do not know what this is, but I'm going to say yes.
Alright, perhaps some stiff competition indeed, if you have that confidence about destroying the rest of your competition, but I'll have you know, I will be tough to beat in this one.
I look forward to the match.
Yes, is this guy for real? Ladies and gentlemen, we have enough participants. This will be the beginning of the Tipsy Tunes. And there's like a lot of people clapping in the audience. Woo! Who will go first is the real question.
Oh god, that's a real question. Let's let the ever confident man before us go, because he thinks he can do it drunk. I want to see him sober.
Aye. With pleasure. You know best to let me set the bar first, so then you will pale in my glory. And someone's like, "Ooh, that's Lord Derval. Ooh, he's so cool." You think he's gonna be as good as he was last year? We'll have to see. And so the
part of me is just like praying that you roll like a nat one on this just for shits and giggles. Like I think that would be the funniest thing.
So to Tradius's glee, he's given a huge glass, just filled with liquor, that he has to chug first. So first he has to, first he's got to make a Constitution saving throw here and see how that goes. Not great for the first round.
Let's go.
So he's gonna start feeling the effects right away. But he does now get to, he's gonna make a performance check. And we'll see how that goes. Okay. Not perfect, but decent. And he's going to, he even like stumbles a little as he gets up. And you notice he doesn't have any instruments in his hands, as but he does pull like, so it's basically a magical glowing little sphere, and this acts as a microphone. Because when he like taps it, like you hear like a booming echo from it. So it's like a magical microphone basically. Because we don't have that kind of tech yet. So, and he takes a deep breath and just, all right. So he does sound pretty decent. He could say you've heard better, but he gives a very elegant opera performance as he just and there's like women crying in the audience as they listen to him. So, and every once in a while,
so ass.
Lyra somehow time to make a sign. You suck on it,
It's written in some random dude's blood.
Yeah. There's like a guy in the back. All I did was ask for her number.
Sending stone number.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, which magical wavelength are you on? So as he finishes, everyone's clapping. He gets 1 point for that from the judges. So
That's pretty good. That's pretty high.
he's on the board.
On the board.
Not a 0.
We will move down the list. You there, Mr. Minotaur, please step up.
All right.
Let's
He's
go.
gonna lean over to Warren. And is like, Warren, do you think you can help me with this little accompaniment with your little magic?
I don't think I've got anything up my sleeve that'll be able to help you, but tell you what, I'll play your backing track for you.
All right. So Dradis is going to tear
First
down
turn.
his ale.
Yep. You gotta make a
Which I need to make a
Constitution
con
saving throw.
save.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's pretty good. Well, that's a 19.
Okay, you succeed for now, and you, although you get that nice warm feeling filling you, and you know there is a buzz to be had, you're okay right now. So,
Cool. Let
no
me just
punishments. So,
cool. As Gradius goes out there and takes the. Do they have their own microphone or like?
no, there's just one. Like each person, you just step up to it and then walk away from it when you're done. So.
Okay, so it's just they just stand up there.
Yeah, it's like a little
thing. Okay,
it's a little
cool,
stage
cool.
that you go on, and you
Okay,
can
cool. Well,
do whatever you want.
well, if you guys want to just top of the live stream real quick.
History. Hold
Wait,
on. What's
whoa,
going on here?
whoa, what's going on?
here?
Hang on.
pulling
Wait a
a
minute.
Well, this is your backing track, by the way.
What the hell?
I'm so ready.
He's gonna sing like a Russian Minotaur. This is
All right,
insane.
I'm not gonna do the whole song. I'm only gonna
Yeah, I
do
was
like
gonna
the
say.
first I'm only gonna do like the first 30 seconds, like basically to the end of the chorus, and then I'll roll my
Okay. I
performance.
I hope I don't get
All right.
copyrighted for this.
Oh,
Fuck it,
yeah,
I'll
I'll
be
be
worth
honest,
it.
King, I don't think you will.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
I guess
Yep.
I'll turn this off.
Extremely ready.
I guarantee you this timing is gonna be way off. There's no way this is gonna be
That's
insane.
fine. You got it.
I cannot wait.
Don't
Come
stress
on.
about it.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come all around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older.
Yeah.
I just wanna use your love tonight.
My goat.
I don't want to lose your love tonight.
My goat. Woo!
What the hell? Honestly, I respect
That
the
deserves
play.
advantage. That
soon as-
deserves advantage.
I'll be honest, King. As soon as you said like it was like a musical competition, I thought of this song and I was like, "That's perfect. Like, there's no way I can't do this." Like,
I don't know what to say to that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so go ahead and make your performance check. You know what? Because of your confidence and the fact that you're not drunk, I will give you advantage this one time on it. So.
let's go.
Oh, that's so good.
Let's fucking go.
Oh gosh.
Two net ones.
That's a 13.
13. Okay, you get 1 point. So for
Okay,
that.
that's fine. That's
Damn.
completely fair.
For his
That's
first time
honestly-
ever doing man.
To be also like, I want to point out like I rolled an 8 the first time, so that advantage really helped me.
Jesus.
That was an
That was peak.
experience.
Beautiful.
That was no. I like I said, I respect it. So.
I fuck with that, man. I fuck with heavy.
Gotta keep the entertainment going, you know.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So.
You should, clip that, you should totally clip that and put that on YouTube. By the way, that'd be fucking hilarious.
I remove all context and it's just Joy singing for 30 seconds with an accent. All right. All right. Well, then Gertrudia will she'll step up and she'll be really nervous. She's going to drink and we'll see how this goes.
Turns out she's like a siren. Make her be a siren. Come on. Let me be right. Let me. Come on.
Well,
Let me have this, please.
in a good way, she did succeed her Constitution saving throw, so she's going to be able to roll
Okay.
normal. And she does step up and she like taps the mic and she starts strumming her guitar. She does sing. She has a very quiet but very pleasant voice that will probably clip out of Discord if I do it. So, but
You can try.
everybody's got a thing, and no one gonna know about it. And no, it's and she gets more into it as she starts strumming the guitar. That's all I'm
Go
doing. So.
Gertrude!
It's Gertrudia, but okay.
No, it's Gertrude now.
And
Warren
she
was
gives
listening.
she does exceedingly well on her performance check, and the crowd like actually rather than like cheering, they go quiet, and then when she stops and like looks panicked, everyone's like, yeah, woo, that was great, yeah. So the judges will be awarding her actually 2 points.
Damn.
She rolled really high above the DC, so you get extra points for that. So All right, Warren,
Yes, judges.
you are up.
All right. I have a quick question. As I'm looking at the rules here, is there anything that here on the rules that says I can't use magic?
It didn't.
It didn't say that.
Cool. I was just double checking. So,
I'm the first guy who used magic to sing, in theory, so.
fucking cheater. Anyway.
How did he use magic?
Well, he had a magical microphone thing.
No, everyone gets that. That's there for you to sing into.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no, that's just there.
Magic.
So Warren will walk up, and he's gonna he's gonna take his lute in his hand, and as he does, he is going to he's gonna whisper a soft incantation to himself as the 2 rings that hang from around his neck begin to glow.
Don't
Typical.
Don't forget to drink before you perform.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want? Con saving throw?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw. That is a 15.
Okay, that's enough. So you're okay right now.
Cool. So yeah, gonna cast silent image.
Mm-hmm.
The magical energy begins to swell from his rings as the emerald elven woman that he made a miniature version of yesterday appears at full size.
Oh.
Just a bit shorter than him.
Boo.
Standing is just a little bit shorter than him, and as he looks at it, it's very clear that there's a bit of nerves as he does look at her, and begins to play very softly. I was her, she was me, we were one. We were free. And if there's somebody calling me on, she's the one. If there's somebody calling me on, she's the one. And it kind of crescendos a little more as he gets more into it, and gets so much more into it, playing a little faster. When you get to where you want to go, and you know the things you want to know, you're smiling. When you've said what you want to say, and you know the way you want to play, you'll be so high, you'll be flying. And as he reaches that crescendo, he I think Lyra, the one who might be paying attention the most, might see this, but he is visibly fighting back tears. As he and this figure dance together while he plays.
Okay. I'll say the crowd is quite
crowd. Out of the crowd, Lyra will give a few claps.
Dradis just goes absolutely nuts
Yeah.
backstage. He's somehow gotten a hold of more ale and has drunk it to the point where he's actually starting to feel it.
They're like, those are for the competition. Get those away from him.
No one else is drinking them.
All right, I'll say you are so captivating to the judges that you can make your performance check with advantage as well.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, baby.
That's a 26.
Seeing that 1 on the first one, damn.
No, it was the first one was a 4 plus 7, but the second one was a 19 plus 7.
So 26. Okay.
Damn.
So that means you get 3 points for that high of a roll.
Woo! Shit, baby.
And to those who are curious, this is kind of the vibe that would have been captured by this moment.
Just his character.
I put the
fine.
piece
You
in.
put something in D&D
I
chat?
put something in D&D
Oh.
chat.
Oh.
That's so cool.
Right, another one I gotta put on the fucking screen now. Gosh darn it.
Oh, that's so sick.
'Cause you guys
Feel
got all
free
this
to-
art.
Such a good image.
Feel free to like focus
Oh,
on
that
the
is
face as
really
well
nice.
because I
Yeah.
love the facial
Yeah,
expressions so
the facial
much.
expression
Oh my
is so good on that
God.
one. Credit the
That
credit
is
the artist.
nice.
Yeah, credit the artist. Susan, like, love them. So good. Goated. I posted their Vincent piece on my Twitter a while ago, and I added them. So feel free to go follow them. Peak, love them.
Absolute peak. That's crazy.
Ooh.
All right, that's enough of this
Yeah,
sappy shit. Anyways, no, very nice, very nice. Oh, hi Dyer, copyright inbound. maybe. I will see. Everybody's singing real songs, unfortunately, so it's fine. It's fine. That's why I just picked an.
But you want us to just come up with fucking brand new ones?
No,
game with that?
no.
Hell yeah. Go
no,
ahead.
maybe, yeah. You know, just start. I don't know. I got nothing.
I'll tell you what I don't want, what I really, really don't want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really don't want. I don't wanna.
I don't want to hear this
When you-
anymore. All right. Keep in mind, there are 3 rounds. We're gonna speed them up now for the other 2, but but for the sake of that, the scores are set with Warren is now currently in first place with 3 points, followed by Gertrudia, whatever, in second place with 2 points, followed somewhat far behind by both Dradius and Lord Juval with 1 point each, and Lord Juval is like already like steamed, like this is ridiculous.
Travis is like stumbling around. He like puts an arm around him. He's like, "Don't worry, we will get him in next 2 rounds. I promise."
The guy's just like, oh, did you even brush your teeth this morning?
What?
Okay, that answers my question. Step aside, everyone. It is my turn again, and I'm about to dazzle these fools. So he's gonna drink again, and it's gonna get harder. The DC is gonna go up, which he will fail this time. So
Yeah, baby.
and he'll be like, I am completely fine. Do not worry about me. There's nothing that we need to worry about. And so he gets. Yeah, he gets up there and he's like swaying back and forth a little bit. He's slurring his words. So, all right, this step aside, and this is how it will go. All right. And he begins to give another, I guess, a more powerful opera appearance, but of course he's like, and he's like, he can't keep the notes, so there's like a lot of like reverberation in like his throat as he's singing. He can't hold the notes. It's just like, and everybody's like a little irritated. He's gonna attempt to make a decent performance check here. He rolled incredibly high despite the negative he has to his score, so he doesn't get bonus points, but he does get 1 point still from the judges. So.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I won't force you to sing another song unless you really want to, but
I'll be honest, that's the only one I planned for, so I don't
okay,
even have
that's
any
fine.
others.
So just you could just
I'll just do my con on my performance check.
yeah. So yeah, go ahead and do your Constitution saving throw. It's gonna be significantly higher for you because you just told me you were drinking even more than you should have been.
Oh yeah,
so.
absolutely. That's a 14.
So okay, so that's a fail. So you now have a -3 to the to your performance check.
Oh
so.
my god. That is
Yeah, baby. That's a
crazy.
that's a -2 to my performance check. Here we go. He rolled a nat 20.
Damn.
Crazy.
I got an 18.
18. All right, so that is enough to gain yourself 1 extra point. Just describe to us what he does. You don't have to like role play it out, but what is he doing?
This is how we do it.
He's holding a
is
drink
how
in his
we
hand.
do it.
Yeah.
just
Warren
like-
on the side is like, this is how we do it.
Yeah, there's headbangers like in the crowd now, and they're just like, "Yeah, I fuck with this Minotaur," you know.
He starts doing the dance that Warren taught him the other day.
The fucking shuffle.
Woo! All right, then we'll say, despite bumbling around and not knowing what this is really doing, he gets an extra point. So
Woo, let's go. Dryas is having fun, man. He's not even in it for the competition at this point. He's just having a good time.
I haven't stayed up this late in my life. It's morning.
I do not know what time it is.
All right. All right. Gertrudia will, she'll be drinking. and she'll be failing. So unfortunately,
Yeah.
so she's going to make her performance roll, and she rolls a nat 20. So even
Holy
with that
shit,
negative,
nice.
she gets a significantly high. So she will once again give a maybe just ever so slightly off performance of another beautiful song. This one with a little more like power and confidence to it, as people really seem to like her, and they're staying more quiet for her performance, but out of respect rather than dislike. And she actually tries to copy Warren in giving a more moving piece this time, rather than just something like uplifting. Not trying to rip them off. Not the same song either, but just a song about loss, and probably something personal to her, as she seems to get really like caught up in the emotions. And based on her really good performance roll, she will actually gain 2 points for that, so bringing her up to 4. So,
Nice.
and she'll be like, she'll like breathe out like heavily and just be like, and like look happy the first time this whole competition, as people are like, woo, yeah, that's really good, Can you do my bar mitzvah? In the crowd. So, so that has a different meaning in this world. But anyways, all right, Warren. Once again, you don't have to like, role play it all out, but just go ahead and drink first of all.
You got it. Let's have a see what I get. That's a 16.
Okay, so that time it is a failure on it because the DC goes up each time. So you do now have a -3 to your performance roll.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll for that. See how you do.
Roll for performance. Are you?
Oh no!
No
What'd
way.
you roll? Did you roll a nat 20? Holy shit, dude!
Fuck,
What's going on right now?
Yeah, everyone's rolling one now. What's the total, if you don't mind telling?
So minus the 3, that'd be a 24, I believe. So I got a +7.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I was
That's
sat there
nuts.
thinking to myself earlier, like, could you imagine how funny it'd be if I got an ad? And then, wow.
Well, go ahead and describe to us how you slightly drunkenly pull off something really nice. So.
Well, this time, because the magical illusion of this absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking, in my humble opinion, elven woman has disappeared. He hits everyone with the, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. He's like, doing the fucking leg movement and everything. Like, he's hitting that shit. He's going crazy with it.
You're getting that they're clapping along with the beat at that one. So.
Like he's hitting the Forrest Gump legs and everything.
Okay, Jenny. Well, I will say you rolled high enough that you get 2 points for that. So.
Hey, let's go.
And the announcer is looking quite impressed. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Another round of applause for all these confident and talented individuals. We're headed into the final round, but the current scores are Warren in the lead with 5 points. Woo, yeah! I love you, Warren! We got Gertrudia, thank you, in second place with 4 points. And tied again at dead last is Lord Druval and Dradius with only 2 points apiece. This is ridiculous! I give the best performance out of anyone here! It's the most talented for sure! He says as he's like teetering back and forth.
Do not worry, my friend. We will travel the world together and become famous musicians. Yes, we will wow the world.
He's like squished against his highest point. I do not even know you. I don't want any part of this. As he's like says some squished face.
Come on now, do not be like that.
That's so funny.
We become such good friends.
Can someone stop this guy from drinking? All right. Well, one more try. The nobleman will attack. Nope, he fails. He gets more drunk. So now he has a -6 to his roll. And let's see. He got. Hang on. All right. So with that, he got a 22. 22 minus 6 is 16, right? So he technically does good enough to get himself 1 point despite slurring. He's so elegant in his awkwardness that he's just.
It's incredible.
Oh!
They've failed our performance checks. Like,
Yeah.
It's actually kind of awesome.
He's just. And it just. It
It's
sounds
barely good enough to squeeze out a point.
And he barely gets enough point because he's able to carry his notes around. So and then he just turns to Warren with like 2 fingers hammered. He's just like, yeah, let's see you beat that fancy guy with the fancy ghost, and then he like stumbles off the stage, so completely losing his elegance. Dradius, go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw.
And do Daddy-O.
Ow, my jaw just cracked.
7.
7. Okay. You are hammered, and now go ahead and roll your performance with a -6.
So what's 3 minus 4, gang?
-1. All right. So, I'll tell you what happens for this one.
Yeah,
I think.
perfect.
So you
Perfect,
stumble
yeah.
onto the stage, hooved legs wobbling, and as you just give one bit, you actually try to copy your new friend and go and give an opera performance and just, "Ah!" And then you fall face first off the stage and land with a thud. And now he's out. He's sleeping.
Oh my
He's just.
God. I'm out cold.
You don't take. It's a short stage. You don't take. You only fall like 3
Yeah, no
feet. You
damage,
take no
no
damage. But and everyone's just like, ah! And they're like shocked. Everybody's like in shock. And the announcer goes over, checks your pulse. He's like, "Don't worry, he is still breathing." Woo! Yeah, that was awesome. The judges will give you 0.5 of a point.
Just made out of 1, but he was definitely the crowd favorite. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Hell yeah.
The crowd will, the judges will give you, because they know you're not winning this, they will give you half a point for making that entertaining. So
So I still. Oh wait, no, never mind. That still puts me in last. Never mind.
yeah, you're still in 4th place. So because at least the nobleman was able to finish his performance.
Yeah, no.
All right, Gertrudia, it's not looking good for her, but yeah, she's getting really drunk now. Performance. Let's see. Nope, she is sadly gonna fail. Not as embarrassingly as that went, but she gets to a point where she just can't strum her guitar very well, and she's just like da 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 da, and just ends it like prematurely because she's just like swaying, and there's like pity claps in the audience. They're like, good effort, you know, you ran the course, and
Holy.
she sadly does not get any points for that, so. And she kind of has to, like, catch herself stumbling down and almost, like, trips, so. Anywho. Warren, technically you've won, but if you'd like to, I feel like you'd want to give that extra performance, so.
Oh, of course. All right, so
All right.
where's my drink, baby?
Yeah, here you go.
Con save
Drink 'em.
incoming. That's a 10.
That's a fail, so you really gotta try and make this with a -6.
Hell yeah, bro.
You got this, man. I believe.
Warren has taken this. He's chugged it like as quickly as he can. Like he doesn't care how much of it like basically like coats like his cheeks and like like his like just below his eyes and such. He doesn't care how much of it is like just soaked in ale at this point in time. Sets it down, grabs his loot, fucking, and just starts belting out a fucking performance. And you said like what the modifier is like a -6 like to whatever I roll.
Yeah, it's a -6 for performance now.
That is it's 18 total.
18 total. Although your performance is a bit sloppier than you would like it to be, you do still deliver something concise and entertaining for the crowd, and you do gain 1 more point.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Well
As
done.
Warren hits them with Gangnam Style, but in Elvish.
Isabueya ukaya somo. It's just the elven language.
Opa, open style.
Ivishu Vashiyasha. Gotta say it like an elvish person. And then there's like the elven people in the crowd are like, yeah, that's our guy.
That shit, like, yeah, this guy.
They just start imitating you in the crowd, you know. Someone bumps into Lyra a little bit, she strangles them for a second, so. I'm sorry. And then once you're done, and everybody's just like in the crowd's like jumping up, like Warren, like because you've given 3 solid performances, so. And the announcer goes, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. With the final scores, Dradius in 4th place with 2 and kind of a half points. But he looks like he had a good time, so participation trophy, you know, kind of thing. And then Lord
Face down gives like a big thumbs up.
yeah, just in 3rd place, who seems to have wandered off in frustration, Lord Druval.
Wow.
It's
What a song.
Dorval! And then he walks away. In second place with a very modest 4 points, Gertrudia, and the crowd actually like cheers for her, and she looks like happy, and she puts her like guitar to the side, and she like bows to everyone a couple times, like thank you, and she looks at you, Warren. She's like, yeah, I was standing no chance against you, but I'm glad we got to have a good competition.
Warren is just gonna look at her, and he's gonna bow out of respect and be like, I am very
Married.
sorry for my actions before. I'm gonna be honest, I lost my cool. I've not performed properly for fucking years. So I was nervous, and I wasn't paying attention because my thoughts were elsewhere. And, you know, for basically the whole I'm married thing.
Assuming
very
I was
sorry for that.
flirting with you, yes.
Yeah, my mind was elsewhere. I was too busy focusing on everything else and making sure I didn't look at it.
Look at tit? Okay.
Damn.
To look
Well-
at it is to look like a fool.
I know. Well, she does grin at you, and she's like, well, from one loyal spouse to another, your significant other is a very lucky person. And, maybe I'll see you around. Take care,
You too.
and congrats. And she will step into the crowd and applaud for you. And our winner with a whopping 6 points, not failing at any of his performances, we have Warren!
Warren is like, you know, he's trying to gloat, like do like that whole like, you know, holding your hands, like, you know, shake him in the air as if you got like a trophy. He's doing that, but like his footing's a little wobbly. He's like, you know, he's like trying not to like fall over due to the fact that he is currently pissed.
Yeah.
They're like, woo, own it, burr.
Fa-
I'm that guy.
Theron is just sitting on a rock, and instead of clapping, he's just like slapping his one thigh and just like, all right, good job. So, because Sketchy's tired and he had to depart for now. So,
Yep.
All right, and as the winner, your name gets added to the slot, like on like a little like placard that they move around. So for the winner of each competition, and you are handed a spell scroll of instant tent.
Ooh, I got a 10. Huh.
An instant one at that.
Yeah, like no way. 10 spell scroll. Oh, bro, this is far better than 10 I'm pitching IRL. I'm gonna be real.
Crazy.
Why?
Why indeed?
Guys, I'm just goofing. It's just a little humor. Guys wouldn't get it. It's dark humor.
Dark humor. Fuck off.
Dark humor, stupid humor, one or the other, yeah.
It's fucking
Okay.
something, dude. Yeah, upon taking my spell scroll, I'm gonna walk off the stage. Still a little wobbly, and I'm gonna go up to Lyra, and I'm going to, because of the fact that I am currently intoxicated, I'm going to give her a great big hug.
Yep, so stand there, taking the hug.
You are my favorite machine of all time. Please return the hug. Oh, this is such a great day.
Oh, you're doing hugs, yes. Drenis comes in and just absolutely bear crushes the both of you.
Picks him up, yeah.
Can Lyra try? Can Lyra try and use like any sort of check to try and wriggle her out of that as soon as Dradius comes?
Sorry, you want to make a contested strength check?
Fuck yeah!
All right, yeah, contest the strength check. Go ahead.
Let's see. All right, cool. This is my first roll of the day. Fuck
did
me,
straight
that's
strength
only
or-
a 10. I'm killing myself.
Wait, hold on. You have a what's your modifier?
On just strength, it's a +5.
We're doing just strength. Oh, you've actually beat me because I also rolled a 10 and I only have 17, so a +3.
All right, so as he he makes you basically squish yourself into Warren more, you're able to like slither your body like and like just squish it out of the way. So and then just stare up as he is like holding Warren.
Yeah, and Warren like wraps his arms tightly around her. It's like, it's like a big fucking teddy bear.
All right, we must go do fun things now. He just drops Warren onto the ground.
Just where to next?
Where to next?
Okay, whoa, right, let's see what's next. I think I might be too pissed to do Nimble Eagle. Let's do it.
You're gonna go right to that one.
Yeah, we're gonna hit up every game we can.
I will note that as you guys are about to leave, there is a bit of commotion in the crowd, and some unruly-looking fellows step through. They look young, like teenagers, but as the announcer says, "Hey, this competition is over," they shove him over. One of them with like a metal rod, like hits him in the leg and drops him.
Jesus.
Oh, we don't think so. we'll be taking this here this here booze because we need to have a little party ourselves. Yeah, so stay out of our way, Gramps. And like the judges like want to step in, and they're like, "Hey, you want some too? Come on, we'll take you." And so they start packaging up some of the booze, and one of them actually spills one of the bottles, like they fall over and it breaks. And Dradius, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Can motherfucking do, baby. Can motherfucking do. Oh, that's actually surprisingly better than I thought. It's 12.
Good for you, but not good enough for me.
Fair enough.
So Dradius, as you look down at that spilt wine, it brings back very bittersweet memories from your past, of a legacy of people that you know, of bad things that have happened, and it makes you very defensive. As you go into your rage.
Oh.
And suddenly
Yeah,
you feel the compelled urge to defend
narrow.
the wine vendors and
As
stop
I-
these guys.
Walk up to these gentlemen, cracking the knuckles on my hands. You
What, you want some too?
are going to pick that up.
Oh, please. This guy's nothing. He's just an overgrown cow. Let's see how this goes. He's gonna roll to hit you with his little metal rod. Keep in mind they are teenagers. So he did get a 17 hit.
Okay, that does hit.
All right, so he swings it at you. That is gonna be 4 reduced to 2 points of bludgeoning damage, as he just swings with all his might right into your stomach and just like, and what feels like a light slap to you. He uses all his might, and like it reverberates through his arms. This guy's built like, I don't even know, like a building. What are you talking about? He's just a cow, man. Get over it.
Pick it up.
Look, man, maybe we should just shut up. I don't have to do anything you say. You're not my dad. And he like steps in the bottle and like cracks it more. We'll take what we want and leave.
I'm gonna grab him by his head, and I'm going to attempt to shove his face into the spilled wine.
Okay,
All right, Farron.
I learned this one from a friend.
Honestly.
I mean, fair enough. Then yeah,
Fair enough.
go ahead and I don't know.
Theron
You know,
was the problem.
yeah, roll. Oh my gosh, give me an athletics check to see how severe this is gonna be. So.
Yep. Not bad. It's only an 11.
Okay, well, it's enough to get his face into it. You're not really gonna hurt him that much, just rough him up. But as you push him, he's just like.
I look to the other ones. Anyone else want to try me?
And they look at each other, and the guy's like, "I'll get the broom. I'll get the sack." And the one grabs like a broom from nearby, and he starts sweeping the glass. The other one holds the bag, and like he sweeps the glass into the bag. And the other guy's meanwhile still drowning in wine. Basically, he's just like, "Dude, shut up! You're making it worse."
Yeah. Yeah. After a minute, I'll let him up.
He's just like, I could smell the ground. And then they sweep up all the glass, and the guy's just ties off like the bag. There, we did it. Okay.
Do not mess with this ever again. You hear me?
Okay. Like the one kid wets himself, and then they just take off running. Ah!
Hey, big guy, you still like conscious enough to not like swing for us in your anger? Yeah,
Oh,
please.
yes. My apologies. Wasn't anything. Do not worry about it. And we should move on to the next game. Yes.
I agree, but just know that if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. Okay?
Sure thing. And yeah, he'll just start to move on, not wanting to dwell on that too much.
Yeah, Warren will follow. Still a bit wobbly, but.
All right. Then you all head off.
They put in that booze.
All right.
Fucking alcohol in this shit? Fuck's sake.
Bruh, what the fuck? They put alcohol in this place?
trying to get me
They
drunk
spiked
or
my
something?
Trying to get me
alcohol.
drunk or something?
Bruh, they laced my alcohol-free beer with alcohol. What the hell?
Alrighty then, boys, as you head off onto the next event,
Hell yeah.
you get to
Level up? Cool.
no, you just did! Calm
Hell
yourself.
yeah.
Alright, so we're going to the Nimble Eagle. Alright. So, this game takes place by the wall of the House of the Soldier. It's on a long road. At one end of the road, near the Giant's Boots Tavern that you have been to earlier, is a large, colorful archery target mounted on a stand, 10 feet above the ground. A few servants stir about under the target, ready to remove arrows from it, and to cover the target with signs mounted on long poles. The signs depict distinguishable animal silhouettes: duck, chicken, goose, rabbit, many more, painted in black ink. And they are calling people above, "Step up, one and all, for the Nimble Eagle Challenge!" So I'll give you some of the rules here. Anyone can participate for free, actually, for this one. Each contestant... Did you guys spend your 3 silver for that last one, by the way?
I just remembered to do that.
That's what I thought.
I did already.
Good, good. Each contestant has to stand and balance on a stilt and fire 3 arrows at a target that is about 60 feet away. Those who fail a skill check, of course, will be losing points. And so before each shot, one of the signs is lifted in front of the target, and you must loudly name the animal displayed on it. Naming incorrectly, you will be punished by points as well. Given a long bow to use and arrows to use. And, yeah.
Warren is going to, like, slowly, like, I mean, like, to the point where it's borderline, like, a crawl. He's gonna just slowly lean into Lyra. He's like, I think you got this one in the bag.
She looks inside her bag.
No, not that.
Let him know.
I don't know.
I mean, I think that you would do very well on this one. Think of it like training, but like fun and not like being beaten afterwards.
I don't do well with bows, Warren. But if you want me to, I can try.
Practice makes perfect, no?
You're right. And she'll step forward.
Okay.
I think you got this, kid. I believe in you.
Okay. Again, there are a couple people here ready to participate. As you step up, they both kind of tower over you. Well, one of them's nearly your height. She's she almost looks like she's half halfling. She's not as short as a halfling, but she's very cheerful and close to your height, a little bit on the shorter side. But
Cute.
she sees you and she's like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Archie. I'm from the Weaver Ripper. I'm the first mate of the ship, actually. Very excited to be competing against you today."
Understood, sir. And she'll try and see where she has to go to, like,
You
properly...
just walk past her.
Yeah, pretty much.
As you, there's a guy who tells you where you should stand to ready yourself to begin the competition. Over there is actually a royal guard of there, and he just kind of you're not. If I whistle, you're not gonna hear it. It's Discord's gonna cut out, but
Yeah.
he's just kind of like, "Woo!" He's like, "Man, you did that poor girl dirty. What'd she do to you?"
She's clean, sir.
Right.
That's why she's the god.
Well, madam, I am Mavis Gridier. Very low-level soldier around here, but I have some expert marksman skills. Might I ask the name of my competitor?
She'll look around.
Might I ask you your name, madam?
My name is Lyra, sir.
Lyra. Well, it'll be a name I shall remember, depending on who wins this confrontation.
Of course. When do we begin, sir?
I believe the announcer here will tell us in a moment. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, step 1, around one and all. Take as these 3 expert marksmen, or those who claim to be, will be firing upon the animals in the distance. First, you will name the image of the animal that you see brought before you, and then you will attempt to fire your bow that we will bestow upon you, and land a direct shot upon it. You'll be granted points for accuracy and for correctly naming the animal. Missing your shot or naming the animal incorrectly will punish your score. By the end of 3 arrows each, we will tally up the scores and decide who the winner is. And then there we have a reward for the highest scoring person. Are you ready? And the 2 of them, like, on your sides are just like, yeah, yes, of course. Do you say anything?
Yeah, no, Lyra like looks at them, sees them doing their thing, and she's just
Shakes her fist
staring
like, woo.
straight ahead and getting just ready.
Okay. All right. Then we shall begin. First up, his name was given to us. He is one of our very own royal guards, Mavis. Woo! Yeah, keeping us safe. Dirty pig! You know, and someone's like, get that guy out of here. So Mavis is like a little uncomfortable after someone said that. All right, he will take the bow and he will aim, and an image will be brought forth before him. Let's see if he can uncover it with a perception check. He will go, that is a goose! And he will make his attack, and with a 19, his shot will land with like pinpoint accuracy, dead on. Woo! Yeah!
Nice.
We're just gonna do
That's
each.
crazy.
We're just gonna do each person here. So the next animal will come up, and let's see here. Ooh, he's not. He's gonna fail the perception. Alas. And so he is going to say, hang on, let me write down some names here so I can get the points correct. And put in big L for Lyra. There we go. Okay. So he'll get that wrong, and he will yell, boar! And then he will fire. And he will land, and he will get it hit. However, he will get a point reduction because the announcer will say, sadly, we were looking for pig. It looks like you might have been thrown off by that comment, but we will take the score nonetheless. He's just like, damn it. And then one more animal, and that'll be enough. He will say, deer! And he will fire out. He will actually miss. Go wide. And they're like, and everyone's like, ooh. So he will end that with only 4 points.
Damn.
You get 3 points per direct hit, and you lose a point for missing and or getting something wrong. So he's down to just 4 points from that. And he's like, darn it. Well, let's see if you two can do better. Best of luck to you. And next up, we got the name, we got the face. It is Lyra. Up to the stand.
Just walk to the stand.
That's what I gotta.
Pick up a bow and get everything ready.
All right. So the image will come up, and you're supposed to say what it is before you fire. So go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you notice what it is correctly.
Perception check. All right. That is a 22.
22. Okay, that is enough. You know it's a chicken.
Thank God. Okay, cool. Then she'll like just pretty much at the same time, because I assume like they're supposed to shoot like right after they say it out loud. Like
Yes.
at the same time as she's saying it, she'll just say like chicken and then pew, chicken jockey.
I'm killing you now.
Sorry. Yeah, say it out loud and pretty much in the same moment also shoot at the target, which I assume is just a normal to hit. Or-
Yes, it's a normal to hit. Yeah.
All right, cool. I have a +3 to this fucking. That's a 17.
You hit it.
Fuck.
Hell
fuck,
yeah.
That's so easy. Like,
All right, easy there. 3 points. So, all right. So there's the first one. You can grab another arrow from the quiver and prepare yourself yet again. Go ahead and make another perception check as another image of an animal is flashed up above you.
yeah, so perception check. That is another 22. 2 nat 20s, baby.
Damn. Okay.
Yes. Well done.
Then yeah, for perception, you are fully able to tell that this is a lion.
Okay, and she'll just say man as before, lion, and then that die is off my floor. Fuck that one, doesn't fucking count then. Ugh, that is only a 9.
You are sadly gonna miss. And it was like, oh. Alas, you got the animal correct, so you lose no points for that, but missing the shot means no points for you. On to the final shot. One more time. Wisdom, or perception check?
Perception check, baby. That is 17?
That is still enough. You are able to tell. Man, you're very good with perceiving what animals are. This, as you can see, is a large creature with like a little pointy end at the face, so you know it's an owlbear outline.
Ooh, very cool. Owlbear. That's, wait, I think that's 17, right? Yeah, 17 to hit.
Like our 17s. All right, then that
Yeah,
shot will land. So
Yippee!
you get it again. As you land the shot.
Get it again.
And I was like, ooh, another direct hit. That puts Lyra above Mavis, knocking him out of the brackets. And now she is the person to beat. And as you hand over the bow and step down, Mavis will rightfully applaud you. I must say, pretty good marksman skill, but even better, your perception of the creatures you see from such a distance. Quite a good trait to have. I commend you.
Thank you, sir.
You don't talk very much, do you, madam?
She's very awkward. We're trying to break her out of it.
Ah, I got you, random stranger in the crowd. Understood.
You're welcome.
I guess that's one reply. She'll just not further reply.
Well, he just looks back at you and he kind of grins. He's like, fair enough. Are you at least having fun in today's festivities?
No, sir. A weapon is not supposed to have fun.
And he that like stops him for a second. Weapon, you say? But I do not appear to be staring at a piece of metal. I'm staring at a living, breathing young woman. Fierce competitor nonetheless, but you are a person.
Incorrect, sir. I'm a weapon, and if it is metal that you're looking for, and she'll pull up her glove a little bit so that, you can see the metallic arm of her. This would be metal, sir.
Ah, I stand corrected. Well, alas, I'm sorry to hear that you're not having fun, but have you ever considered that weapons on the battlefield have fun when they are used appropriately and successfully?
No, sir. A weapon on the battlefield is purely focusing on what is happening in front of it. No distractions.
But every great warrior must take a rest now and then. Is that correct?
When it is needed. Yes, sir.
So then it would be fair to say that there are situations in which a weapon is not needed in a moment, which would allow for it to enjoy a nice distraction once in a while. Whether you are cleaning said weapon, honing its skills, you're currently not using it to fight. So it could be allowed to be distracted for that period of time.
This is training, sir.
Training, you say? Well, it is always good to train, but that doesn't mean you cannot enjoy yourself while you are training. Think about that, little lady. Until then, though, I wish you luck in the competition. I have some guard duties I must return to. Fare thee well.
Then she'll just give him she'll put her right arm in front of her chest as a way of saying goodbye to him.
He will give you the Onedbur salute as well then. So, and then he will head off. I'm trying to get Lyra some friends, okay? We're breaking her out of that shell. So.
What was his name, by the way? I didn't get his name.
His name is Mavis Gridur. So I can actually give it to you. Because you guys are meeting a lot of guards now, so they might come up again. So there's his name. Guard that was
What happened to
nice.
that one guard we were traveling with? What was his name again? Argentina, something like that?
Yeah, Argentina, I think, yeah. Mavis Reed. Okay.
Alright. And finally, we got Achi! Hey, everybody! I'm so excited to be here! Alright, here we go! I'm going to fire. And she will get the first one correct and say, that is a duck! And she will fire out and see if that lands. It does. 3 points for the lady! Woo! She will get the second one right as well. And she will fire out. Ooh, that's a natural 19. That'll land.
Down.
So that's 2 shots. She's up to 6 points now already. It looks like I got this one in the bag.
She's goaded.
And then she will get the final animal correct. Lyra, I would like you to make one more perception check.
Oh, of course. Let me fail this one.
Cheating.
18?
18 is enough. You can
Okay.
see as you scan the crowd and your surroundings as you normally would. Every time, because you've been seeing this movement out of the corner of your eyes, every time she's about to announce and fire her arrow, you see someone move their hands in the crowd, and it looks like someone is casting a spell before every shot she makes.
Oh. Okay. Well, that is good to know, but Lyra will not do anything about that currently.
Okay. And then she will fire the last one, and that will land as well, and she will get a full 9 points. So, there we are. Oh, yes! I did it! I did it! I am the winner! Oh, better luck next time, young Libis. But this was for Achi and the Wave Ripper Express. Congratulations, madam. And for you, the spoils. And he will hand her a potion of fire resistance as her reward for winning the competition.
Oh yeah. What was the name of her like? She said for those spoils are for her and some sort of faction or whatever.
She is a
What was
part
the
of
name?
the Weave Ripper. She says it's a ship she was from. So, or
Yeah.
she said she was the first mate of it, so implies it's a ship.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. So immediately after, Lyra will just return to Farron Radius and Warren, and just stand there and say, "I'm finished."
Well,
Oh,
if
you
look,
put forth good effort, Lyra. That's very good.
you did very good. You should be very proud of yourself. No, weapons don't feel pride. I know, but you should feel proud of yourself regardless, okay?
We should be careful. There is a magic user in the crowd.
Magic user? Well, what do you mean?
When
You
the
point him out
woman
to me?
was, of course. And then do I see the person still that was casting the magic earlier?
Yeah, him and like a friend of his and has met up with her actually, and they are now like talking as she celebrates with her potion in her hand.
It was that person over there. As he wove his hands, some sort of magic came off of them and enhanced their shots, I think, Warren.
Ooh, so we got a bit of cheating here. Now that's against the rules. Now, so let's go have a talk. 'Cause I think this will be very fun. Dradis, you in? We're going to
All
talk.
right.
No violence, okay? Unless it comes to it.
That I can agree with.
Okie dokie, wonderful. Okay. And Warren's just gonna like make his way over to them.
Okay. Oh, you didn't ask Theron if he was coming.
Of course he's not. He's probably brooding in the shadow somewhere.
No, I was just, if you said, "Are you coming with?" I just have him go, and then that was to be his response. So, he'll be keeping his distance, but he's still like around you guys. So,
Yeah, okay.
but okay, so you approach. Yeah, there is like this fellow in a long, like orangish brown cloak, talking to Aki, and then Achi, and then whoever, just some like soldier fellow behind them. So.
Yeah, Warren's gonna approach and be like, "Hi, so funny thing, you don't know me, but you know a very good friend of mine. Lyra, she just competed against you in this competition.
Oh, of course. Come to congratulate me as well.
Well, originally that was the plan, yes, because honestly, like I was there, like, wow, like they've played this so fair, like there's no foul play at heart, but then she noticed something.
And what would be that?
And I'm gonna point at the one that Lyra pointed at and be like, "You, fella, what kind of spells are you casting?"
Yes, I have the capabilities of casting magic, but I know not why you accuse me of such things. I have no reason to cast spells at this time. I was simply rooting for my friend here to accomplish the task at hand.
And I am royalty in Alakara, so it's cool. I get it. But, how about we take away the layers of bullshit for a second and just kind of speak a bit more honestly, because, you know, it's a festival after all. We come here to have fun. We come here to have a good time. Why spoil it with cheating or violence?
No one needs to get violent. Let's calm down, everyone. But look,
That's exactly what I'm saying. No one needs to get violent, but, you know, it can happen. And no one would want that, would they?
well, no,
I
but
might want that.
He might want that.
I also want that, but I can't say that.
yeah. Well, sir, you seem to be quite rude. How dare you accuse us of cheating? I won that competition fair and square with my superior skill. Now, if you're upset that your associate could not best me in the situation, that is one thing, but outright accusing your opposition of cheating is how rude. Indeed, I have no reason to cheat when we have a very capable first mate.
Okay, yeah, I would find that fair and square, but honestly, I think it's very normal to want my friend here to be humbled just a little bit. You know, she's a very capable fighter, but, like, you know, there's a lot of things that people have, and they're called flaws, and I'm trying to help my friend here realize that even she has them, despite how formidable she is. But casting magic when only your friend is really actively playing kind of screams foul play, don't you think?
It does not matter what I think. You are going to accuse me of this regardless, because you are jealous that we got the victory and the spoils and you do not have it.
Jealousy is not the word I'd use. Like, a fancy bottle of whatever the fuck, I don't really care about. What I care about is what's right.
Well, what is right is you getting out of our faces, rude person. We'll be on our way now if you'll excuse us. Come on, boys, let's get out of here.
Diva.
I want to get violent so bad, but I shouldn't. Truly an issue.
Warden, is it time?
It starts drawing great axe.
You know, I don't think it's time. All right, look, tell you what, we will do one more thing, because I do want to see if you are truly as good as a shot as you claim to be, without your friend there waving hand symbols.
Oh, really? Now I have to prove myself to you? What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm saying we find a target of some kind, makeshift, same kind of distance, same parameters. We'll find something that you can balance on, and you just have to make it a shot. Prove to me you can do that 3 times in a row without your buddy boy there waving his hands. It's fine. See, I know that Lyra's all right with a bow. Like, she hit her shots pretty well. I'm very proud of her. But considering the hand waving and the 3 shots, I don't know. Kind of want to see it again, you know?
Fine, buddy, if it must be that way, if you must know, and as she says you, she like pokes you in the chest one time, if you really need to know how good I am, name your target and I will land a shot against it.
Fair enough. And with that, I am going to...
The magic guy will intercede and say, but keep it within a roughly same amount of feet as in the competition. Any fool could easily go, we have a deal, and then say, shoot something from 500 feet away.
Well, considering I did say the same parameters as the game, I'm very insulted that you would assume that I would change that. I'm a man of my word, after all. I can't say that for you, Mr. Magic Man, with your wavy fingers and bullshittery at play. So with that, I'm going to go find something that's, you know, propped up somewhere, and I'm going to take out, how many have I got here? One of my ration bags. And I'm going to prop it up 60 feet away.
Okay.
And then I'm going to find, let's say, like, what can I find? Is there anything around us that, like, you know, I can, like, use, like, to have, like, the person, like, stand on and, like, balance on, like, 1 foot on type deal?
Yeah, I mean, there's, like, some wooden barrels around that you could probably use.
Yeah, we'll use one of them then.
Okay.
So I'll move the parallel to the best of my abilities, like a center position, so like they are accurately 60 feet away from the target. Which I've deliberately done to, like, spread out as much as I can to try and match the parameters and size of the boards that we're firing at. And then I'm going to move so that I'm right by the spellcaster. And I'm like, well, there's your target. There's your 60 feet. There's your balancing board. Do it. Fire 3 shots.
Fine.
I believe in you.
I will prove to you I can hit it. And she will pull out her own bow and arrow that she has, and she will climb it, stand on one foot, like kneeling the other one next to her. She'll begin to draw, and her spellcaster friend, he will keep his arms at his sides. Don't worry, Achi. You can do it. I believe in you as well. I actually believe in you. There's no need to worry about cheering for me. It's not a crime to cheer for you to begin with. I know, but we need to prove Mr. Busybody here. And I know
God,
exactly
stop
what I'm
flirting.
doing.
Fire the fucking shot, please.
All right, she is going to attempt to shoot your ration bag. All right, and she will fire 3 times. It's a natural 2. On the first one, that's a 12. That's not enough either. On the last one, she will get a 19. So she will fire 3 shots, and they'll go. Whew, whew, and the last one will thud into it, like, close to the edge, just, and she'll hit it, and she'll be like, and she'll put her foot down and be like, see, I hit it from that distance. Not a problem.
Damn. Lacking in the performance, though. Oh, well, keep the potion. I didn't care. I just wanted to prove I was right. With that, Warren's gonna go over and, like, take his ration bag back.
Shit, really?
Yeah,
I thought you would
I
keep
don't fucking
fighting them
care.
on that and be like, bro.
No,
you know.
bro, I don't care. As I do walk past her, though, I am gonna, like, grab her ankle and, like, trip her up off the top of the barrel.
Oh, okay. And she will flip
Insane.
over and land. What the hell was that?
Oops, sorry. Muscle spasm.
Oh, it's over for you now, buddy. The warrior guy says as he draws his sword. We will not be made a mockery of.
Does he now?
Yeah, immediately Lyra draws.
Immediately gets in front
Yeah.
of him and it's like, yeah, no, buddy. Sorry.
All right, Dradius, Lyra, non-lethal, please. We don't want any blood. Just want a bit of fun.
I will have fun, all
Understood.
right.
Understood, Warren.
Hell yeah.
We would be going in for swings, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, out from like the side of the crowd comes a very large fellow with a big hat on. It seems my first mate can't stop getting herself into trouble. And he pulls his flaming cigar out of his mouth and breathes out smoke. Captain Biber, at your service. And it seems since you doubt our capabilities, well, after you wake up from unconsciousness, maybe you'll be reminded why you should not mess with the Weave Ripper gang. And that is where we're gonna end today's session.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
And next time we will be beginning with initiative rolls, it looks like.